Hello. If you're just tuning in, my name is Asherah Rose and welcome. Welcome to my unique PhD journey. I'm exploring dissociative identity disorders and psychosis alongside conscious expansion, blending the 3D academic world with my 5D spiritual practices. I'm also training as a shaman practitioner and bringing my gifts as a clairvoyant and medium. As we dive in, please note that when I'm channeling spirit, the insights are personal and spiritual. They are not clinical. While I have academic training at PhD level, so this is my PhD in education, and I was doing a PhD in mental health in education, looking at the mental health of head teachers and senior leaders. So while I have academic training in mental health, this journey is about authentic, multidimensional exploration. So let's embark on this journey together and uncover this intersection of science and spirit. So I wanted to start by saying how much videos I've done so far. But actually, I wanted to say that I just felt a very, very dark energy in my room over by the door. But I do have a very dark purple dress hanging. Yeah, so it's not obviously the purple dress, but that little energy surge brought my energy down, and I felt it, and instantly my body started to alchemize it. So once it started to alchemize it, I just felt this surge of energy just come over my body. So I just thought I'd mention that because there's obviously a reason for it, and I don't want to miss a trick, and I don't want to miss a thing. All right, so I've been looking at these videos, and it looks like video number 23 has got quite a few views. So it's got 18 views, whereas the others have got like 1, 2, I think the max is probably 14, and the rest of them are no views. So I'm thinking, well, who's watching video 23? Because video 23 is not complete because half of it is on my laptop that I haven't had a chance to upload yet. Do you know what I mean? So for example, 24. Yeah. So I'm just wondering what's making everybody run to that video and why that video is circulating. But what they are bottom will come a top. So I understand that there's certain family members that I was speaking to because I've just watched video 23. And my granddad was coming through and he was sharing and disclosing 1 or 2 things. But to be honest, I cannot even remember if video 24 continues because I thought video 23 was longer than that. If you had asked me, I don't remember the camera cutting at that time. So I don't even have, that memory of what was said to know if it continued into 24. But when push come to shove and I upload 24 from my laptop, we will know then. Yeah, but Granddad was saying 1 or 2 things to his pitney them. And then obviously my nan Miss Rose has a few things she wants to say to her pitney them. But I'm going to play this YouTube video to see whether or not anything they want to say is in the YouTube video, because I got to, and you can see where the is more than. So I got to there and I thought this was a very interesting video. So I thought, let me stop, because I wasn't planning to record anything just yet because I just got back from Mary Hill. So I was thinking, let me just hold fire and just rest off a little bit, but obviously different plans. So I just want to say, so it says, plot twist, new info about this karmic and it's juicy. They are cursed and angry. So the video was uploaded 5 hours ago, and it's really hard to see that, isn't it? I don't know what's the matter with this, but can you see 5 hours ago the video was uploaded? So let's see what this video is saying. Yeah, that's better. I want you to see the colours too, because that's the ancestors. What colour they are. Alright, let's go. So this is Shine, Sean, Healing and something. I've recorded one of her videos, but I'm just going to have a conversation with her and see what I want. Well, listen to her conversation rather.
Group of animals.
But remember, this is Nanny and Granddad's message.
Instead, they wanted a piece of you. They want to burn your shit down. else. Now these animals are in shock. Why are they in shock? Because fortune favors the blind. Fortune favors the bold. You got the fortune of God on you. And now these people are cursed. Bottom of the deck, dance. They made your life a living hell. These are some sadistic people that we're talking about. People, persons, group. Okay. Well, great. I'll be so happy when these individuals who are unhealed go heal somewhere, so they will quit coming across the table. So we are having this reading this morning because dance. Bad luck isn't built by broken mirrors, but broken minds.
Sorry, I forgot to timestamp it. So the time today is Wednesday, the 19th of November 2025, and it's 7:40 right now. Okay, 7:40.
So somebody's having some bad luck because of their broken mind. For all of its startling beauty, dance practice at the highest level can be uncompromisingly brutal. So dancing practice at its highest level can be brutal. Now let me put that in a spiritual sense. Here on this earth school, going through a spiritual transformation, it can be the most brutal experience on this earth school. If you have a calling on your life, you have had a bullseye on your head, on your back since you were born, before you were born, because you come from the lineage of royalty, right? It could be brutal down here on this earth school. An assault on the bodies and the minds of the dancers, an assault on our vessels and our minds, our spirit of the dancers, delivered by the teachers who are akin to a covenant of sadists. Now, the teachers are the people who caused us trauma, the people who we had karmic contracts with, the people who hurt us. Those are our teachers because they taught us how to fight spiritually, spiritual warfare. They taught us how to recognize when somebody is attacking you in the spiritual sense and in the physical. And these people who were your teachers, these were people who were not healed, who were not healthy. They were toxic. They were on a low vibration, inflicting their pain that they've been through onto you. And they thought it was funny. A group of sadists is, I looked it up in a dictionary. The first time I seen this word, is somebody who would pick up a little baby kitty sitting on the ground, grab it by the tail, and hit it up against the wall, unalive the kitty, put the kitty back down and act like they don't know what happened, walk away with their hands behind their back. I don't know, just walk off and smirk it. They think it's funny. It's a weird sadist. Those are our teachers, though. These people were our teachers. These animals. These people that wanted a piece of you. People who want to burn your shit down, who are now in shock because you are, fortune favors the bold. And now these people are cursed. It is a fallacy that art must come from suffering. It does not have to be that way. If we all just heal, grow, and evolve without trying to project our pain onto others, we just heal. Instead of projecting all your hate and envy and jealous on other people, you just go heal. That's what we was really sent down here to do, to learn. Genius. That was the whole goal. To learn how to live in this world without becoming of the world. To learn how to live in this world without letting the world make you a cold motherfucker, right? Without letting the world close your heart out, close your heart chakra. Blacken your heart, heavy your heart. The goal is to make your heart as light as a feather, to heal, to grow, to evolve. But if the pursuit does prove difficult in the extreme, look for the lesson in the difficulty itself. So that's what you had to learn. We're talking about the lessons. You learning your lesson from these sadists. Forgive my debts, God. Forgive my karmic debt. And I forgive the karmic debtors, the people who taught me how to fight spiritually. I forgive them because they know not what they do. They don't have a clue. They not woke. They sleep, y'all. So we forgive them. We found the lesson in it.
Thank you, Nanny Gwenda. Thank you.
Find inspiration in the commitment of others. Even though these people came against you, these group of sadists, what? You still made it.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop you.
Can't stop me, man.
Bad luck isn't brought by broken mirrors, but broken minds, which means you've made it. You're having good luck, which was brought on by a good mind. So we're talking about two different people, the sadist and you. These people who are now cursed. Because fortune favors you. You made it. You was covered the whole time, and they in shock. These animals who wanted a piece of you tried to burn your shit down. We're going to start with fire. All right. So you learned your lesson. You made it through. Even though they tried to burn your shit down. Your life down. Your path down. You could have been, I'm seeing myself being burned, being crucified, being persecuted for your beliefs, for your walk, for your journey.
Yeah.
So these are
For
just like
lifetimes.
Jesus. He was crucified for standing up for what was true, what was right, what was fair. He didn't come here to change the law. He come here to uphold it because the people of the church, the people around him claimed to be following God, but they didn't act like they was following God. So this is what you're dealing with. People who claim to know the Lord, but they don't. These are people who tried to burn your shit down. People with broken minds who are having bad luck. It wasn't your decision to burn everything down. It wasn't up to you. It wasn't up to you. It wasn't your decision. It was on them. Because now shit on fire. Shit is on fire. It was misunderstanding. These people misunderstood you. Miscommunication and the assumption of the worst. These people misunderstood you and assumed the worst of you following God, walking in your authenticity, walking in your truth, being fair, being loving, being kind.
Come on now.
And they misunderstood that as a weakness. And they assumed the worst of you. This group of sadists assumed the worst of you.
Yes.
Little kitty cat sleeping on the floor.
You see?
So they want to come to you and pick you up and slam you up against the wall. Let's dance.
Let's dance, you motherfucker.
Okay. It was assumptions of the worst, fear, so they was afraid of you. So the sadist was afraid of you.
Yeah.
No, they wasn't.
Yes, there was.
Ignorance. They just ignorant.
No, they were scared.
Father, forgive them, because they know not what they do.
They don't know what they do, but they were scared.
My people perish from a lack of knowledge.
That's why they did it. They hid their hands.
These animals.
And they threw rocks. Because if you're not scared, you
and
come to somebody.
And while it can take a village to really stack it all up.
Or everything was done in the dark.
Once one person puts a torch to it, it'll all end in flames. So this whole village came against you. You had a whole group of people, a coven, a secret society on some shh, don't tell nobody.
Exactly.
Now these are Judas's these is the generational, damn. Okay. So these are descendants of people who been operating behind the scenes, hurting people, stealing, robbing, killing. Lifetime after lifetime. These are generational curses. Generational curses. So you are around a group of people who are also supposed to be generational curse breakers. These group of sadists who stacked it all up against you. But once one person puts a torch to it, it'll all end in flames. Okay, so you put a torch to this shit. They tried to burn your house down. You said let it burn. That's what you did. I'm seeing Angela Bassett throw that cigarette in the air and set her husband's shit on fire, and she walking away. Yeah, fuck it, let it burn. So you let the shit burn down. These people who came up against you, these group of sadists, you lit a match. We don't let the burn. Okay. Consider, though, that the fire can also bring a rebirth. An ash-nourished forest grows again and marks a new beginning. Okay, so you having a new beginning, and they in shock. These group of sadists are in shock. Because it took a whole village, and they still couldn't burn your shit down. They still couldn't bring you down. Let it all come down. Something new will arise. Okay, well, something new is arising. You got a new beginning. Well, let's see what's going on. What burnt down to the ground? Brown? Yep. No. These. All right, so what burnt down to the ground, Holy Spirit? You getting a new beginning, collective. These people that came up against you, the whole village, and you know how they say it takes a village to raise a child? You be careful who that village is around your motherfucking kids. It take a village to burn a soul too, to damper, to blacken a soul. So this whole village was trying to do the opposite. Not raise you up, but bring you down. A group of sadists. But they taught you a lesson. And it taught them a lesson too. Fortune favors you, and they're cursed. So we all learned the lesson here. Shit. Okay. So there was a lesson learned here. Look at this. There was a lesson learned. All right. So let it all burn down. Something new will arise. What burned down? What happened? What you want to tell us? Fire. That was quick. It's over. It's over. Shit is over. Completion. Achievement. You achieved what you needed to achieve. It wasn't your idea to let this shit burn down. It was misunderstandings, ignorance, stupidness. Shit. But you have achieved what you needed to achieve. Fulfillment, a sense of belonging, wholeness, harmony. Okay, so it's over now. You have peace and harmony, fulfillment. I have achieved completion and fulfillment. You have reached a major milestone, collective, and you are ready to move on to the next phase of your journey. So now you're ready to move on. That's beautiful. And these people that stabbed you in the back, that betrayed you, the village, that teamed up. Okay, so now all these people, teamwork make the dream work, the village, who came up against you to betray you, to stab you in your fucking back, they're going through a disaster. The cycle is over. Teamwork make the dream work. These people that had shared goals, who collaborated against you, who put in a lot of effort towards a common goal. This is a coven, a secret society, a group of animals. Collaboration and teamwork. They was working together to achieve a common goal. Well, and what was the goal? To bring you to a painful ending. 10 of Swords in your back. To ruin you. To unalive you. Victimization. To betray you. But you let go of the past and you embrace a new beginning. This shit is over. You may be experiencing a painful ending or loss, but this marks the beginning of a new cycle of growth and transformation. This shit is over. It's a motherfucking wrap. They going through a tower right now. And you healing, Starseed. This is over. Now these people's going through a tower and you can heal. You can walk into your new beginning. Congratulations. You close out a major cycle, a major milestone, collective. Hope, inspiration, positivity, faith. I have hope and inspiration for the future. I have hope and inspiration and renewal. You are on the right path and have faith that the universe is guiding you towards your dreams. I embrace change and upheaval. All right, so these people that brought you chaos and upheaval, trauma, crisis. You had to face it, face your fears, and let go of what no longer serves you. These people no longer serve you. This is over. You completed that cycle. Clear my tongue, Holy Spirit. Clear my speech. Somebody don't want to get this out. All right. These animals, you've healed from these animals, these sadistic people. Say this. Whatever they did to you, you have healed from this situation and you are moving on. And they are going through a tower dinner. These is people who wanted a piece of you. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family. Now think about it. These people lived off in the woods somewhere. It was a whole family full of goony goo-goos who was luring people to their house so they can unalive them and take their skin. They wanted to be in their skin. So this is people who wanted to be in your skin, people who wanted to destiny swipe, envious, jealous people who are going through a tower, who you have closed out a major cycle with. The events in the world are not doing much either to cheer one up. So now these people are going through a tower. Maybe you do want to look closely at how the sausage is made. If you make a steady diet of brain-stunningly awful aspects of life around us. Okay, so these are people who only focus on the negative shit. What's going on in the world? All the negative shit. They in the world and focus in the world. And the events in the world. They make a steady diet on brain-stunningly awful aspects. All these people think about is negative shit. So all these people that came together on one accord to bring you ruin, to betray you, to tennis sword you in your back, all came together on one accord because they stuck in a negative, broken mindset. Through the news, through talking to each other, the commitment they had with each other, these sadistic people who all came together on one accord to burn your shit down. Their interactions, their interpersonal conflicts, they all focus on negativity. That's all they do is focus on the negative. These are people who focus on the dark. You are sure to find that you are feeding yourself. What they are feeding them is actually all-consuming. Don't let it eat you up. So these are people who let the world eat them up. They was in the world, of the world, focused on the world, and got ate up by the world. I'm hearing Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's the way of the world. Plant your flowers and they'll grow. A child is born with a heart of gold. Weight of the world makes his heart so cold. So these people, like us all, have the weight of the world placed on our shoulders when we are children. And if you have a mission here, or you special, or you chosen, or God gonna use you, he had a plan for you, then that means your role was even more difficult. That means that heavy load was much heavier than most others. And the key is not to let it break you, but make you. These people let the world break them, so they wanted to break you, hurt people, hurt other people. These are people stuck in karmic, painful cycles. Generational curses. Who let it eat them up. You are what you eat. They should have focused on sustainable options. So they focused on things that would not sustain them. Like I said, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Because you go chasing what you think you want, and now you're just chasing what you think you want, and you never get it. You never fulfilled. You're fulfilled. This cycle is over for you. You have achieved completion and fulfillment, a major cycle in your life. Clear my speech. Who is this? I rebuke you. Go back to hell. So now these animals who was focused on the negativity should have been focused on something else besides you. So these are people that were focusing on destroying you and putting 10 swords in your back and all the other negative shit going on in the world. That was their main focus. Confirmation. Okay. We ain't using these? No. Yes or no? No.
Sorry, I just want to bring your attention. This is still a PhD assessment. And what I wanted to bring your attention to is that This lady is talking, and for me, it's a message linked to my personal family in terms of the being the one that's breaking the generational curses. All right, and you can chat GPT. What is a generational curse? And chat GPT will give you some understanding of that if you're new to it. So there's that element of the information that's coming through, because I'm getting this information the same time as you, because I've not watched this reading before. I've watched her as a reader, but I haven't watched this particular reader. So it's opening up wounds, it's opening up understandings, it's opening up past downloads. I'm getting new downloads. So there's a lot of intel coming in as I'm watching this. Yeah. And then there's the flip side where I'm saying, yes, we've got the PhD element where we're looking at this to see whether or not this is DIS. Is this dissociative identity disorder that I'm experiencing? What I'm trying to get at now from a shaman perspective is that it's very interesting that I'm putting on these different readers that are based all over the world, but yet still they're talking to somebody other than themselves. She's asking the Finnair, which one do you want? Then you hear her say yes or no. And then you hear her pause. She's waiting for an answer. She's waiting to hear a yes or a no. Who is she talking to? And sometimes you'll hear them refer to Spirit said. Who is Spirit? And what did they say? And how did we know they did say? And what is it that they said? So again, that's what this assessment is. Mental health, or is there something more than ourselves? Is there something much more bigger than ourselves, perhaps? And is it that some of us are able to tap into that, while others just need a little bit of a wakey-wakey? Do you know what I mean? You just need a little bit of a shaky-shaky. And the reason why I say that, and I say it without a judgment, is because the negative powers that be, have done an absolutely awesome job of keeping us away from our spiritual side, keeping us away from our divinity, and putting us on these reprograms, cycling around and around and around. And, you know, what my ancestors are saying is that it's judgment day now. You know, all that's it's not the case. And if you go to your Bible, for the Christians and the religious people that are watching, it's the story of Revelations. That's where we are right now. You know, that's the intel I'm getting, that it's a judgment call. And for some reason, the devil was just so confident that he was just going to have dominion over the earth forever and ever. And I'm not sure why he was so confident. Do you know what I mean? Unless it was just to further trick the minds of man. You know, because a lot of people thought, fuck it. It seems like everybody in the world is a Mason, or everybody is part of this secret society. You know what I mean? And if I want to get somewhere in life, if I want to have money and power and authority, then I've got no choice but to indulge in these fucking wicked acts that these people are suggesting is the only way. You know, the devil is God here on earth. For the material mind and the material man / woman, Satan, the devil definitely is God. Definitely is God. Do you know what I mean? So when they're on stage saying, thank you, God, yeah, thank you, God, because he's given you all of your material riches in abundance. You know what I mean? And you haven't really thought about how you're going to pay the piper. When you get your abundance from the Almighty, there's no paying the piper. That's your birthright. It's like I put up a post recently on TikTok, and I did a little video to my ex-husband, because there was this man and he was saying, like, when his wife gets pregnant, he puts 150k in her bank, and then he puts 150k in her bank every year for that child, because he understands his investment, because she is going to be the nurturer and the teacher of his seed. Do you know what I mean? So he's making an investment in that. A lot of people don't understand that. I don't know. You have to understand that the Almighty sees you as an investment, and he will spend whatever it takes for all of your heart desires. But he needs to know that you're a worthy investment. So if you're out there selling shit, parts of you to the devil, you're not a worthy investment, obviously. He needs to know that you're a worthy investment, because he tries and tests you. You know, he puts you through your paces. He puts you on missions. He gives you downloads. He gives you a little bit more the next day. Are they listening? Are they paying attention? Are they living by what I'm saying to live by? Because you can get caught up in this shit. When I came out the madhouse in 2024, one of the girls in the madhouse was connected to a church. So she was like, because I was like, I had my Bible in there because I was reading my Bible, because before I went into the madhouse, you know, the Almighty was like, I need you to fact check the Bible. I was like, what? Like, what book you want me to start from? He was like, nah, page 1. I was like, nah. Look how big the Bible is, but I've started. I mean, don't get it fucking twisted. Already there's bare discrepancies, and I ain't even started. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm just taking out the little nitty-gritty things out of it at the moment. But I can already see how the books are lying on each other, man. I've read Matthew, Mark and John back to back. And I've cross-referenced in different highlighters and colours what man said what at what time, and how it, do you understand me? Correlates or doesn't correlate with the other man's testimony. So whose testimonies are these? Because if 3 men were there and 3 men seen it, 3 men should have the same testimony. Fair enough, one might say they seen it from that angle and that angle, but that angle still makes a right angle. You know what I mean? But at the moment, that's not what I'm picking up. But like I said, I haven't put it down yet, and I haven't concluded. Yeah, but differently anyway. I'm just saying that you need to have... What am I saying? Because I feel like I've lost my trail of thought. What timeline have I jumped to? Can I come back to this timeline, please? Completely gone. The bomber clout. Completely gone. Alright, we'll come around on that, because I really do want to make the point. I want to at least finish the point, you know. But I just thought, let me just stop this video, because it's really important for you. Thank you. To come back on the original point, it's really important for you, for those who haven't come across this. And again, a lot of these videos are for the academic community, because I really want to obtain my PhD from this research study. And you know, I am the researcher and I am also the subject, but I'm hoping that through the comments I can correlate this data of what's coming through the comments, those that are for, those that are against mental health, those that are for, those that are against psychic expansion, or conscious expansion I should say, and just kind of like run that through the AI and just be able to get a real analytical feedback and understanding and picture as to where we are in our thinking. You know what I'm saying? How much of us are moving towards this new conscious, this new world order, and how much of us very much want it to stay the old way because it suits certain habits that we have, you know? So, yeah. But again, just listen to the way she's consulting spirit. Listen to the way that she's talking to someone else. Look at her gestures. Look at her eye contact. Usually when I'm with spirit, I tend to look up, or I tend to put my ear out, because it's coming from top down. You know, if I don't do that and I say something, a lot of the time it's coming from inside out. It's Gnostics information. And just for your information, I got my phone fixed today. I'm gonna look so pretty. I'm gonna show you what I look like tomorrow because I'm so excited. I really am. But whatever, we'll go into that later. But yeah, just literally just stay focused. That's what I'm asking. Even though I'm all over the place, but that's part of the assessment. So just stay focused. Read the body language. Read her eye contact. Read what she's saying. Also, pay attention to the tones of her voice. To me, there's certain times when she's talking and she uses a lot of profanities and she gets ghetto. And then there's times where she looks like how she looks. She's speaking how she looks like the church girl that butter wouldn't melt. So already I can see 2 composing sides to her. I've also seen another side of her when she talks about her mom. Yeah. There's a different energy that comes from her. And then there's another side of her that I've seen, which I think she turned around and said that she was shy at one point. And I think I've seen that side of her too, her shy side. So you've got her gangster ghetto side, her church side, her shy side, and the essence that comes out of her when she talks about her mom. So that's at least 4 different tones that I've picked up. And I'm asking you to also look at this lady as she's talking and bringing through beautiful messages. Just see whether or not you can also see changes in her tone as she goes through it. Okay, let's start back up.
All right. So now these people who was focused on all the negative shit, stabbing you in your back, what about them? What about these people? I'm getting hot. So these people are in your energy. So all these people that came up against you, the cycle is now closed. These people are in your energy. Okay. The people that were focused on you and all the other negative shit in the world, instead of focused on healing and growing, they was focused on putting 10 swords in your back. Okay, and now what about these people? Shady dealings in the reverse. There's money, influence, or power changing hands in a way that isn't meant to be traced. Okay, so they was trading money back and forth, doing shady dealings. These are people who embezzled money, people who got paid to do some underhand shit. I'm gonna give you an example. Just say somebody is charging you more than what you're supposed to be being charged for. Just say your rent is $1,300. But every time you go to pay it, they tell you, no, it's not $1,300, it's $1,500. And you pay $1,500 because you don't want to get put out. Come to find out, it wasn't $1,500. It wasn't $1,500. It was some shady dealings going on with these people. It's in the reverse.
I just want to touch on from a personal perspective, because I've been going on holiday, really been driving the car, and I went out last week Saturday with my daughter, yeah, and because I went out last week Saturday for my daughter, today I got in the post a speeding ticket. Now if I show you how many tickets, the Almighty has given me a new car, so this just come today, a speeding ticket, yeah, on the 9th of the 11th 2025 at 31 minutes past 12 in the morning. So I know that's when we went to Warsaw. And I videoed it before I went, and I videoed it when I came back. And I feel like this is what's been happening to me. Anytime I try and make a move, they try and get me. I go down to Gainsbourg. It's like a just under 3-hour drive. I've got a ticket. I have to literally set my car out because my car will drive itself. So I have to set my car to the speed limit of the road just to make sure that I'm literally doing 30 on 30 or doing 40 on 40, which I should be anyway. But there's certain country roads down there, because it's country, that you can just drive. But even on those country roads, I'm making sure I'm sticking to it because they want to get me on everything. My mortgage company, the electric or the police, the parking, council tax, you name it. I've got letters upon letters upon letters upon letters. I just got the car. I got the car 2023, and before a year, I had 2,500 worth of tickets, and I've got a blue badge, a disability. I get free parking. Work that one out. So these are the bullshit that they're talking about. So obviously, no, I'm not going to pay that because my ancestors tell me what to do. So I just wrap up the letters and send them back and just say, fuck you. Show me the evidence that you even have the right to charge that, because they don't have jurisdiction half the time. It's like council tax. Council tax is being taken place. The council rent a courtroom at the courthouse, yeah, and then have 6 people in there delivering it, like say their court. There's no judge in there. There's no registered judge, and if there is a registered judge, he's committing a crime anyway. You get what I'm trying to say? Because the judge ain't supposed to be there in that capacity. He's made an oath to be there in a different capacity, not that capacity. So there's all kinds of fucking crimes going on in these kangaroo court bullshit situations. There's a lot against, literally, crimes against humanity. There really is. And this is nothing to do with mental health or shaman. This is literally a wake up, shake up. Like, it's literally time to wake up, shake up. Because there is a lot going on. There is a lot going on, and there's been a lot going on for time, and it's been really nice having the government take care of all your problems, and it's really nice having the NHS take care of all your problems when it comes to your health. But it's time to mature. It's time to mature and really take on your own problems now, because these people take on your problems while they put you in front of entertainment to distract you, and while you're being distracted, They're taking your problems and making millions for it and having you just constantly work on a merry-go-round and a hamster wheel while you're watching EastEnders and Hollyoaks. It's not about that. You didn't come to Earth for EastEnders and Hollyoaks. You do know that. Is there anybody that I'm talking to right now that doesn't know that they didn't come to Earth to watch EastEnders and Hollyoaks? Okay, so we are on the same page then. It cannot be about EastEnders, Hollyoaks, dick and pum pum. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. And I know some of you do think that, because I just heard a conversation that I had with my second son, and he was like, Mom, I just want to like fuck y'all, get drunk and do drugs. And isn't that Scissors and them song? Fuck, get drunk, get whatever. These are the programming. These are what these people are telling you that you've come to Earth to do. Where's the song? YouTube emailed me the other day and said, oh, your videos won't be monetized if you're using music or something like that. I'm not doing the videos to be monetized. Do you understand me? I'm doing the videos because I'm in court right now as a judge in the celestial plane, and I've got my ex-husband, the pussy or bumbleclot rasclot, in chains in front of me at this Coliseum, and he is denying everything, and I've told him, don't worry, I'm going back down. Give me 10 minutes. I'm going to get the evidence. So as much as it seems like I'm uploading videos, and I've been on it all day long for however many before you see this video, try now, this is 10 minutes upstairs in the celestial realm. And I told the ancestors I will play it on audio so they get it real time up there. So when they tell me that they're happy that I'm down there and I'm chatting what I need to chat, do you understand me? And they're getting the evidence up there, I'm very happy. Very, very happy. What was I going to do on this phone now? These timeline jumps, man. I do enjoy them though, don't get me wrong, because who wants to chat for 3 hours on one topic? No, seriously though. Who wants to chat for 3 hours on one topic? Don't be a dickhead. Obviously, we need to be able to move and shift, innit? It's called good fucking TV, good entertainment. This is good entertainment. Whether people want to admit it or not, tell them to fuck off. This is good entertainment. You understand? Because everybody can relate. So what was I saying about everybody can relate? Everybody knows they never come to Earth to watch EastEnders, Hollyoaks, fuck man and fuck gal. No. Even my little Shay knows that. She knew that from when she was 6. But I had to tell her, Shay, you see, if you open up your thoughts and you have evil thoughts, wicked thoughts, because she's jealous of her sister's breast. She's being mean to her big sister because she wants breasts. She wants to have titties too. But she's only 6 and her body's not ready to have titties yet. But her body knows that she did have titties. So when she sees her sister's titties, she's very envious. She's not envious of her mommy's titties because she sucked out her mommy's titties. But her sister's titties, she's looking at them cross-eyed. And I had to say, Shay, what's the matter? I can hear your thoughts. And why are your thoughts telling me that you're jealous of your sister's tits? And she said, no. And I said, Shay, I said, it's not good to have to tell a lie. And it's not good to hold on to a jealous thought. So you talk the truth to mommy, okay, because it's okay. Are you jealous of your sister's tits? She said, yes. I said, well, you don't have to be jealous of your sister's tits because you're going to have tits just as big as Summer's, if not bigger. And she said, yeah, mommy. I said, yeah. I said, by the time you're 9, you'll have little titties and they start to come through. And she was like, 9. And I said, yeah. 3 years. And I said, yeah, I'm going to wait longer too because my little girls develop so early. It drives me bloody crazy. But they do. Because on their father's side, they've got the big-chested women. Not the mom, but his sisters are very big-chested women. So my girls have taken after them, you know. And it's been very difficult because I just want my little girls to be little girls. But once she knew that she was going to get them herself and she didn't need to be jealous of her sister because anything that her sister had, she will have too. She just has to be a little bit more patient because at the end of the day, Summer had to be patient too. She had to wait to get to that age before she got what she wanted. And that's no different with the Almighty, and that's no different with you, and that's no different with life. Sometimes you just have to be patient. You're going to get them. The titties will be yours. The riches will be yours. The abundance will be yours. And sometimes it feels like it's going to take a really long time, but not in the gospel, because every day she's getting bigger. They keep singing to me. I'm growing a bit. It's like a little cartoon from like what I used to watch when I used to come home from school. But it says, my brother and sister are bigger than me. They never let me play whatever they're playing. It's always the same when they're playing the games. But I'm growing a bit every day, every day. Yes, I'm growing a bit every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. That's what healing is. That's what ascending is. It's just growing a little bit every day, every day. Every day you change a thought. Every day you heal a thought. A negative thought comes in and you just overlay it with a positive one. No. And you know why you're able to say no? Because every day you're building on testimonies to turn that thought into a liar. When the thought tells you you're ugly and you're no good and nobody loves you, you can say, well, actually, no, that's not true, you know, because the other day when I did go to church or when I did go to the community centre or when I did go football and I scored that goal, everybody came running after me, screaming, hailing me up, telling me I'm the man. So it's not true. Everybody doesn't hate me. Boom. You just killed a demon, blood. You literally just killed a demon that's been living inside of you. These thoughts are not your own. They're not your thoughts. The Bible tells us that Jesus went around casting demons out of humans. Where do you think the demons went? Did it tell you in the Bible that all the demons got rid of? It told you about the demons that he casted into the swines and they fell over. But what about the rest of them? What makes you think that the times are any different? What makes you think that demons aren't running up and down inside of us? This is the devil's domain. Where is the devil? Where did you think he's gone? Did you think he was sitting underground chilling? No, seriously. Where did you think? If the devil is a true concept, and again, we're not talking about a man with horns and whatever. We're just talking about the polar opposite energy to good. Where is it? Because when you look around, everybody smiles with you and everybody acts like they're the good people. So where are all the bad people? And don't say prison. Don't say prison. Because that would be very, very unfair, because we know not everybody in prison is bad or did the crime. And we know that the people in prison, a lot of the time, they're only doing like blue collar. What is that? They're only doing blue collar work. That's what I'm saying. I can't pay attention to these idiot signs. Didn't that just sound demonic? That sound like me chatting is killing a demon. Look at that. Demons are dying. Demons are dying right now. Does that sound right to you? You know what? One time I was in my bedroom, you know, when I lived with my ex-husband, such man. And it must have been about, I don't know. It wasn't light yet. So say it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I just heard, like, something just told me to get up. I got up and I went to the window. When I opened up the window in my bedroom, I just heard something. It was like a cat. Oh my God, it was the worst sound I've ever heard. Something was in pain. Something was in pain, man, and it was waiting. It was trying to die, but it weren't dying. And it was expressing what it was going through. And the noise was, honestly, I want to say excruciating, but excruciating is more of a pain reference. But I guess it was painful. The sound was excruciating. From a sound audio level and an emotional level and a spiritual level and a mental level, it really, 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 it was really, really, really excruciating. And I looked out the window and I couldn't see nothing. It was pitch black out there. So I phoned up the RSPCA. You know what I mean? And I said, listen, there's an animal at the back there. It's crying, like whatever. Somebody needs to come and get it. And I was like, they don't come out in the middle of the night. Don't even know why they answered the phone, but they told me that they don't come out, which is really weird, isn't it? They told me that they don't come out for things like that. And I thought, that's so wicked. You know what I'm saying? But because it was so black outside, you wouldn't have known if the animal was left or right, because the sound just seemed like it was coming from all around you. Anyway, long story short, I woke up in the morning because obviously I'd gone back to bed, and such man was in the bathroom on the toilet on the phone, and he was reading something on the phone, And I was sitting on the step outside the bathroom because, believe it or not, he used to say, step into my office every time he's on the fucking toilet. But I used to just sit on the step, but we used to chop up a lot of things and get a lot of things sorted out, especially in the morning before school. And he's saying he's looking at his phone and he's got a message from someone saying that his friend Claire's son went to a party last night in Manchester, I believe. Something must have happened and one of the guys stabbed him in his neck. Yeah, I'm saying, so he was there a while, bleeding out of his neck before he's obviously passed away and before ambulance or whatever has been able to get him or take him to the hospital or whatever. And I said, what time was that? And he said about 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. 2:30, 3, you know. And I was like, that's so strange. I said, you never guess what, you know, I swear down, I was out up at the window last night and some animal, I swear to fucking God. It sounded like I said, it sounded like it was trying to die, but couldn't fucking die. You know what I mean? Like it was excruciating. And I showed him on my mobile how I called the people, the animal people, to see if the animal people could come out, just to show him that that's how much it had me, that literally I made a fucking phone call in the middle of the night, you know what I mean? And he was like, well, obviously, like, you know, we were talking about what's happened, and he was telling me that Shem, which is my mum's friend's son, was with him. And I think it really messed him up, you know, because after that he really didn't talk much, you know. But imagine being there and seeing your friend, 1 minute is okay, because he was okay, he'd had a drink, he was dancing around in the party. I think Suchman said that something had happened and the dance was about to get locked off, and then it wasn't going to get locked off, so they've come back in. And then something was going to, I don't know, to be fair, and I don't want to chat no lie, but something and a something, you know what I mean? But yeah, I remember that. I've just put a pin in it. I've just mentioned it because obviously that's where the energy flowed me to. Well, maybe later on, a reason, or we get some information about something and that will make sense of certain things. Because what I've noticed is that when new information comes in, it's not new because obviously this has happened some time ago, and I've already said that I've already had the conversation with Suchman about it. And then I spoke to Shem's mom. We call her Beryl Artens, and she was saying how it was, and you know how Shem's doing and so it's not new that it's come up, but it's not necessarily linked to anything that I've been saying so far in all of these readings, and I'm on 51 now. So it's interesting how this is coming up to be recorded. So we're gonna check it and we're gonna put a pin in it. So let's get back to this then, now that I've said my point. Several points, I should say. What do you think of my little mermaid gems before we go on? Do you like them, my little gems? And my little rope at the back. I've got some gems here too. I really like them. You know, I think they're really pretty. I was contemplating whether or not I should put a snake one on because I don't really like Eve. But I have got a snake. I've got an avatar snake. You know what I mean? So when I seen it, I thought, you know what, I do want one. You know, because I do like my avatar snake. They're very good with giving you know, like a stride. You know, when you get a crystal and you pull it over something and you say yes, no, yes, no. My snake is very good like that. So it's like having like a personal yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. If you want to just double check something, you know. But anyway, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
These people are going broke. The bills are stacking, the funds are shrinking, and the lifestyle isn't matching the bank account anymore. So now these people can't do no more shady dealings.
I'm going to wash my blueberries.
These people that was pulling strings behind the scenes on some shh, don't tell nobody. Like I said, these are generational curses that's been passed down through lineages. It is not what you know, it is who you can control. These are people who thought they can control the little kitty cat. The situation, you put 10 swords in your back and when nobody gonna know what was going on, they would never get caught. They would never have to pay for it. They would never have to take accountability for it. Someone's orchestrating the situation to make sure they stay on top. Okay, so these shady motherfuckers is now going broke. They was orchestrating the scenes, orchestrating your life, orchestrating your reality, trying to make sure they stay on top. These group of sadists. Can't do that no more. They've been canceled. They crossed the line. Now they're being called out and torn down. A fall from grace hits harder when it's in public. Okay, so now these people is getting...
What I understand the fall of the last thing is that this week, and I've recorded it on the video, and you can still see the cocoa on my head, some type of negative energy came into my house. I mean, don't get me wrong, they've been coming in and out of my dreams. They've been literally fucking abusing me, and I've been recording it. So some of the videos are of me sleeping, or I've got up from sleep to tell you what I've just dreamt and who was in the dream and who was in the room and ta and where. And the other day now, I'm here talking to the camera, and this energy, this entity is just getting me in the back of the head and just literally like trying to put me to sleep. So you hear me on the camera say, don't try and put me to sleep, but I'm not ready to go to sleep. You get what I'm trying to say? Because I'm aware of what's happening around me. And it's coming in so hard and fast. I get up and I'm like, give me a minute. And then I'm like, no, I gotta go outside. So I try to go outside in the bathroom. And before I get to the bathroom, it's knocked me out. And I'm cold, damn on the floor. And you hear something on the camera go, broof. And then you see me try and get up and come into the bedroom. And I'm like, oh my God, it's worse in here. So I tried to get to my daughter's room, but I can't even get there. They've licked me again. I've gone put off on the floor. Do you know what I mean? So these 4D entities can definitely operate in the 3D, but nah, that was just all my ancestors were waiting for. That's all I was waiting for. Touch you if you're bad. Somebody thought they were bad. Who thought you was bad? Because I'm like, don't come and try and get me in the 4D, because I can't trouble you in the 4D. You understand me? I haven't mastered that yet, but trust me, I'm working on it. You get what I'm trying to say? Come to me in the 5D. Come to me in the 5D, or come to me in the 3D. I'm here with you in the 3D. Why are you hiding? I don't understand. Any one of you could call my phone or send me a text and say it differently. Never. Never. I love blueberries. Anyway, like I said, somebody wanted to harm me. And they did. I was injured. I got a cocoa on my forehead there. I hit my nose there. I got a scratch on my face there. I got a cut on my knee. And I got a bruise on my arm. And my bathroom cabinet is broken. I'm showing the ancestors what happened to me. And the Galactor family are watching. And then, next thing you know, everybody that's usually in my room has disappeared. I'm in my daughter's room. They're still coming at me. But I'm lying down. You know what I'm saying? If I'm lying down, I'm good. So, I start to alchemize quickly. Next thing you know, I'm laughing at Kevin Hart's movie and the other Hart. Next thing you know, it goes away. I ain't come back. Why can't I start eating these bloody blueberries? I love them now, I really do. I don't know. Is that I decided to put a man at everybody's bedpost. And since I've seen that, said that, it's been very quiet. Been very quiet. Because there was a time back in, I think 2004, 2003. I think it was 2022. I'm trying to picture where I was at the time when it was happening. But I feel like it's happened multiple times. I'm getting different rooms. But I saw myself as a weapon. Some big massive machinery. I've never seen anything like it before. With laser eyes. Smashing down her. Scouring. And I thought, I'm a weapon. I said already that I was on a chat show. I started levitating. This is a vision. And then bare people in the audience started to burst into their avatars. Not everybody that you're sitting next to is human. Even if you just take the Grimm, for example. You know the show Grimm on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, have a watch. But that Grimm shows you how human beings change into phrase, like different animals. All different spirits. And some are good and some are bad. Some are predators and some are prey. But that gives you a little understanding as to how all these people are walking around on earth looking like normal humans, going to school, running businesses, picking up the paper, drinking cups of teas and really not in the gossip. They're all different entities. You get it? That's how I see this world. That's how I see this reality. I see people shape shift into different. But a lot of the time it's a not nice shape shift, to be fair, but I have seen people shape shift into, like, you see these colours like crystals, these lights. Oh, I'm facing the camera the opposite way, that's why. But you know the lights are the multicoloured. My son was dating this girl and I was having some kind of upload ascension, and I just seen her chest burst into these colours, and I thought, okay, she's a rainbow / crystal child, isn't it? We'll meet up again in the future. Anyway, we got up from there and was walking, and I says to my son something in bat slang. You get what I'm saying? So I went, hey Bab, I don't know if we're going to go in the bay, because differently, we've all been a little bit drinking and whatever. So when you go in of your BR, you might get too busy, and I don't want to footboard the band in there. You should, this is what you should do. And then she answered me. But I had already told him 20 minutes ago that my girl's going to be speaking bat slang. And he said, nah, don't be silly. I said, nah, don't be silly, man. I said, yeah, she's a witch. She's from Ireland anyway, but I could see, like, her past lives and that. I said, she's rather rich. A Salem one. And my mum was like, allow it. I said, alright, then, whatever. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, the kids don't want you to kind of, like, talk. They're okay with you talking in the house, but outside the house, they're going like they don't know nothing. I don't like that one. That's a bit soft. They're going like they don't know nothing. So anyway, when we've got to the VR place, and I've said that, she's answered. And I've said, yeah, I've spoke back to her, and Cav's gone, Mum, what are you doing? She don't understand me. I said, well, how come she answered? When we walked out the VR place, I said, I called her by her name. Bab, did you understand what I just said? She said, yeah. Cav said, nah, don't be silly. And Cav said, but what did my mum say? So she repeated it back what I said to her. Word for word, she understood everything perfectly, what you're talking about. I've gone down the shops by me. There's about 6 little white kids was in the shop getting kicked out by the shopkeeper. I said, why are you guys getting kicked out of the shop? They said the shopkeeper don't want us in there. I said, listen, get inside. It's raining outside. So the shop woman's about to kick off. And I said, nah, they're with me. And she was like, they're stealing. They're picking up stuff and they're stealing with it. I said, you guys thieving at the woman's shop? They looked at me. I said, no more thieving at the woman's shop again. I said, when you come in here, you behave, alright? But at the end of the day, this is the local shop and you don't want to be standing outside. So if you don't want to stand outside, when you come in the woman's shop, you respect her. They said, alright. I said, what school do you guys go to? He said, one of them said, I don't go to school. I said, you don't go to school? They said, no. I said, why don't you go to school? He said, he got kicked out. I said, what did you get kicked out for? He said, a double flying kicked a boy in his chest. I said, you are? Listen, I'm a head teacher of an alternative provision school. They're the kind of kids that come to my school. You know what I mean? I mean, when you really work with them, they're smart, they're intelligent, they're well behaved. Believe it or not, they are well behaved. Obviously, we don't condone going around kicking other children. It was just how confident he said it, which made me giggle, because I'm a naughty girl too. When children are naughty, it makes me laugh. I like a naughty child. You know what I mean? I'm a naughty child. I like naughty children. I like being naughty. I'm not nasty. Told you already. Not nasty. I'm not spiteful, bitter, bad-minded. No, that's not being naughty. That's being nasty. In children talk. In adult talk, it's something completely different. But in children talk, it's like being mean and that is nasty. He wants to be mean. Just chill out, man. Be a bit naughty. Put a little a drawing pin on the teacher's chair, so when she sits down, she sits on it. I remember doing that with my friends in primary school, and there was a little blood on the chair. We thought it was so funny. It was so funny. I don't know why. That's naughty. That's being naughty. Okay, that's naughty. I like naughty children. I'm really good with naughty children. Because I'm naughty. The children are not naughty with me. They know that they can't get away with it because a naughty person knows another naughty person. So just as they're about to do something naughty, I give them the naughty look. I give them the naughty look. Sometimes I tell them, yo, if you're woman enough to chuck that chair through my window, throw the chair through the window, but I dare ya. In fact, I encourage you. Yeah. You see them put the chair down because I challenge them. Yeah, you're that bitch. You're that bitch. Go on then. I want to see. I want to see if you're that bitch. They're not going to best me. You know what I mean? Because if you double dare me, I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck. But when I was in my teens, I was like, if I say bashment, girl, that's it. It has to be done. And everybody who knows me. Not your mother. You think your mother grew me, know me. I mean, know me. Then you know that I've always had that little thing, bashment, girl. That means it's on. You know what I mean? Regardless. It's just on. There's no backing down. It's like we burnt the boats. When you say bashment, girl, the boats have been burnt blood. No one's going home. Anyway. I'm going to eat my blueberries. Okay, that's what I'm going to go and do. I'm going to finish eating my blueberries so you guys can finish watching this, alright? Let's go. A-O.
Toe down. Belt to ass. They getting toe down. They sat high. They about to sit low. The first gonna be last and the last gonna be first.
Oh, alpha to the mega. A-O. Let's
These
go.
were people who had authority, who were in power positions that should not have been. They're being humbled. They got to deal with the consequences. Now they're going through a tower. No more running. The karma's catching up. And someone's being held accountable.
Come on now.
It wasn't your idea to let this shit burn down. It was they broken minds. And they shady dealings. Thinking they can...
Sorry. Rose just wants to say something. Nanny Rose said, I called my dad from when I was in the madhouse. When I got sectioned on the 4th of March 2024. And I phoned my dad. I said, Daddy, I said, listen, I said, Nanny's here with me. And she's going on bad. I said, I can't manage her. Are you going to call my daddy? I ain't spoke to my dad since 2021. I was more than happy not speaking to him. My dad started phoning. I said, alright then. I said, Daddy, Nanny's here. He laughed and said, there's only one way my mum could be there. And that's if she's crawled out of hell. I said, Daddy, how did you know? How did you know? Something that you might think he said in jest, but who in jest says to anybody that their mum crawled out of hell, their mum? Maybe it was in jest, but it wasn't just because I watched her come out of hell. I watched her do the crawl out of hell. And I'm telling my dad, you need to get up here because she's telling me she would burn down this blood clot building and I'm the only one walking out of here. Yeah, I'm saying. And he come up there and she had some things to say to him, but she never said the thing that I know that had been said before that needs to be said. Some of it I believe he heard from when he was astral projecting in the bedroom, putting himself in Mikhail's body and using Mikhail's body to try and grip me down in my room and try and have me certified mad at the hospital. You know what I mean? So I know that he heard some of the argument because he was embarrassed when I was telling him, big people's in here, you know, Daddy. There's big men in my room right now and you're coming in telling me to get down like I must respect you, but I can't respect you, Daddy, because you don't respect yourself. How can I respect a man that don't respect his man and I've got big men in here that I've got bare respect for? I said, no, Daddy. But it was my son grabbing me. I said, no, Daddy. No. Nanny's telling me to stand up. I'm the highest authority. I must stand up. I said, I'm going to follow Nanny. I can't follow you. I can't follow you, Daddy, because I've watched how you live. And I've watched how you go on. And you don't live right. And you don't go on right. So I can't follow you. Because if I follow you, I'm following you to hell. And as far as I'm concerned, hell don't have a place for me. So you need to get off me. You need to really get off me so I can stand up. But it is my time to stand up. I am the highest authority. And I step into my blood clot authority. And I wear my fucking authority like a fucking bitch. And a fucking queen. A badass bitch. My nan just wanted to put that out there. It's not right. It's not right. None of it was right and none of it has ever been right. And when you know better, you must try better.
Pull the strings. That's called black magic, spells, curses, hexes, evil eye. It's the oldest trick in the book. Try to manipulate energy, to try to use lies to manipulate somebody else's reality. Manipulating energy. Yeah, they broke spiritual law. Now they going broke. Wasn't your idea to let this shit burn down. But a major moment is brewing. This could be the launch, the offer, or the shout out that changes everything. It is. This changes everything. Why? Because they've been found out. Scam alert. Everybody know these people fake as heck. Everybody know that these are sadistic people now. It's not always just about money, clout, access, and reputation. There are many ways to get played. So people know what these people was doing, and they was full of drama. The past didn't stay in the past. An old flame is reigniting chaos, stirring up drama. or still has an emotional pull. Now you got a ex out here with a fake profile who's scamming people, who's a shady motherfucker. And now this ex knows that it's not always about money, clout, and access and reputation. There are many ways to get played. So this ex was trying to play you. That's out. That this ex was a scammer. This ex was trying to reignite some chaos and stir up some drama in your life because he got the weight of the world, or she got the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they a shady motherfucker. And they were trying to pull strings in your life. Well, now they're dealing with the consequences. They've been canceled. They're getting their ass tossed up. And they going broke. This is somebody who, it's not just a filter. It's a full-on facade. This is somebody who had on a full clown mask. This person being presented doesn't match the reality behind the scene. This is a whole-ass clown. Okay, let's go back. This is somebody who's not healed. This is somebody who, as a child, had the weight placed on their shoulders, and they never adapted the principles, the tools, the ethical morality, common courtesy, decency. This person was not able to heal. They was not able to take accountability. They turned into a scammer, a trickster. Okay, an animal. It turned this person into an animal. So these are people who let life turn them into an animal. The people that wanted a piece of you. The people who focused on awful brain, awfully stunning food, negative thoughts, broken minds, who wanted to put 10 swords in your back, who all came together on one accord to steal, kill, and destroy, to scam, to manipulate, to bend energy, to bend time, who are now going through the consequences, going broke for being a shady motherfucker. They let life turn them into animals. We come together for this special day. To send our message loud and clear. Looking back, we've touched on sovereign days. Well, futures disappear. These people, futures disappear. They don't see no futures. They don't have no hope. They don't have no inspiration. They don't have no positivity. They don't have no faith. They didn't go through a renewal. They didn't go through a healing. They didn't go through a transformation, a healing, a rebirth. To send our message loud and clear. Looking back, we've touched on sovereign days. Well, futures disappear. You will find peace of mind. If you look way back in your heart and soul. These people don't know how to reflect, to get in their heart. Heart center, heart chakra, closed, blocked, heavy heart, black heart, soul, solar plexus. Oh, you won't hesitate if you look way down in your heart and soul. Oh, don't hesitate, because the world seems cold, yeah. The weight of the world, yeah. These people got a broken spirit. They let the world turn them into animals. Instead of letting love lead them, falling in love, they wasn't led by love. These are people with a closed heart chakra. They let the world turn them into animals, the group of sadists. And now they getting karma. They in karmic debt. Forgive my debts as we forgive our debtors. These are karmic debtors. These are your karmic debtors. The people who had a karmic debt with these people. And you healed, you grew, you found a lesson in the situation. They did not.
But that's important. Important though. That's important. That's important. Listen to what she's saying. She's saying I had a karmic debt with these people, meaning that there was a contract that these people were gonna do me this way. You understand me? Because I was a fucking monster. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I've had past lives and I was a fucking monster. So all these people that have been a monster to me in this life, I obviously had to have been a monster to them in a previous life. It's karma. It's karmic. Does that make sense? So that's why I am in a position of forgiveness, because there's nothing to forgive. There's nothing to forgive. It's not my job to forgive, and there is nothing to forgive. Do you understand where I'm coming from? It's a contract with the Most High. In this contract, this was what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to not retaliate. I was supposed to just let them. And I was supposed to elevate myself and my heart to become a better person. But just like how they had karmic contracts with me, they had karmic contract with other people in their life. And they had a mission to do for the Almighty. And if they've done their mission and they've gone on their healing journey, they will ascend too. But if they haven't done their healing and they haven't gone on their journeys, they will not ascend. They will not ascend. And by the sounds of things, it looks like they didn't take the time. Because really, if somebody does you something, you're supposed to get to a place where you're like, all right then, the person did that, but you know what? Life goes on. You know? And that if a person is done you something too bad, then it's like, you know what? You go your way and I go my way. Let's agree to disagree. But whichever way it is, it's a mediation, and you sever the relationship and you go your separate ways. You see, when you sever a relationship with someone and they're just on your case coming back, trying to harm you, trying to hurt you, trying to do this to you, they're stalking you, they're harassing you, that's not what's supposed to happen. Do you get what I'm trying to say? No. Them fuckery things there, next thing you know you're doing witchcraft, next thing you know you're doing obeah. No. Your thoughts, the next thing you know, you're letting these thoughts go lower and lower and lower, and then you make yourself more energetically receptible for more of these negative entities that are telling you, she thinks she's all that. Go and get her. Go and do it. You know, they're not even your thoughts. They're being controlled by other entities. But the job is to not listen to those entities, because you know what? When I sat down with the devil in 2022, and he says to me, "Listen, Asherah," he didn't call me by my name, but he just said, "Listen, I don't know why I always get the blame." Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know why I always get the blame. Yeah, we might whisper, but it already has to be in a person's mind, or it has to be in a person's heart before any action can take place. Do you understand me? Like, you don't realize that you are going into a contract with the devil when you start to have those negative thoughts about your sister. Because really, you're having them thoughts about yourself, because you and your sister are one. In the eyes of the Almighty, we are all, and all is one. So the devil's saying to me, basically, yeah, the devils might whisper, but they have free will. They can make a choice to listen, or they can make a choice to not listen. The minute you listen, you've gone into that contract. You are responsible. It's not the devil no more. It's you. And then when the devil whispers a little bit more and you up the antics and go into another contract with the devil, that's not the devil, babe. That's you. You are making a contract with the devil, whether you know it or you don't know it. But you should know it, because there has to be a part of you that has to be conscious at the time you're making that decision. You have to say, yes, 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 I'm going to kill a man for his own things. You have to say yes. Don't get me wrong, when a person said yes, yes, yes so many times, and there's more duppy in them than they've got control of, then obviously the vessel is no longer yours. You don't have a say. But to get to that point, you would have had to say a lot of yeses before then that you were conscious of. So who does accountability lie with? You think I haven't had wicked thoughts about you guys during this whole scenario? I've had wicked thoughts. Thoughts have crossed my mind. Not many though, don't get me wrong, but I definitely have had them. You know what I mean? But I haven't entertained them. I haven't entertained them because I don't know from day one. Vengeance is mine, said the Almighty. Who the fuck am I to go and take vengeance against myself? No. That element of me, as in the reflection of you in me, will be dealt with. I'm not going to take it upon myself to go and start whiling out and be telling people that I'm judge and jury. No, that's like the judge in the courts. They sit there like they're judge and executing. I know you're not. You're in there as administrator. We're all here as administrators. We're all here as in administrative roles or whatever roles, but we're definitely not the judge, and we're definitely not the executioner. But none of us think that we're the judge and we're the executioner. You got it twisted. All you need to do is focus on your own shit, because as I said, everything that has happened to you, you have already done more time. So instead of feeling sorry for yourself and throwing yourself a little pity party, and this person did to me and that person did to me, why don't you sit down with yourself and learn to tap into your Akashic records, do a soul retrieval, or even pay to go and have a soul retrieval, and ask them to show you who you was when you was at your worst in your self-node, and the things you did, and allow yourself to see the visions and uncover, because I'm telling you, there's no way you could have gone through what you've gone through in this lifetime if it wasn't already in your past. There's no way. Everything is equilibrium. What goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. And if it's come around, it must have gone around. Period.
Shit, look like they cursed. Fortune favors you. They in shock. Now these animals are in shock.
Wow.
Fortune favors your bond.
Sorry, I was supposed to press the phone, not the remote. I'm going to get some
now
food
these
and
animals,
come back.
Damn, island of the lost souls, y'all. What is law? Now these animals broke spiritual law.
I want to warm this up.
What is law? When dealing with others, assuming one's superiority can lead to cruelty or worse, the exertion of power by fear or by force. So these people
Someone, do you want your wings warmed up?
felt they were superior
You want your wings warmed up?
than you. They wanted you to bow down. So they were cruel. And they exerted power. So they can scare you. They wanted to force you. They wanted to control you. I'm hearing steal, kill, and destroy. These are people who had an agenda. Your ex is one of them. Just ex people you left in the past. These animals who wanted a piece of you. These group of sadists who were your teachers. They taught you how to fight spiritual warfare. Don't get it twisted. They helped us in the long run. We're going to thank them and forgive them, for they know not what they do or what they was doing. The feeling that one is or knows better than anyone else can be mitigated through empathy, recognizing what we have in common with one another. Aren't we all hopeful animals in some form? What are the rules and must they be obeyed? So here on God's green earth, all of us here together, we got to live here together. What are the rules here? Well, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. It's 10 of them, commandments. And then it's the laws of my God. Then there's universal laws. What you put out comes back. Treat others how you want to be treated. If you see people and you walking down the street, as an example, and you just pop people upside the head everywhere you go, hey, what's up? Pop them upside the head. Pop them upside the head. That's your MO. The universe is going to pop you upside your motherfucking head. One way or another. It might not be the same way you pop people upside their head, but you're going to get knocked upside your motherfucking head. It's the law of attraction. Law of cause and effect. So that's the law being played out here. What did you cause? What was you doing? Sadists? Karmics? Broken mind, broken children, broken, unhealed, toxic, karmic people. Well, they put 10 swords in your back. Tried to ruin you, tried to bring you chaos. They all collaborated and came together on one accord to crucify you, to persecute you. And now they're dealing with the consequences. What is the law? And what are the rules? Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Do unto others as you would want done unto you. What goes around comes around. What's done in the dark is done in the light. Y'all heard them. So now these animals not realize what? They broke the law. What's up, animals? Now these animals, what? What are the rules? We're using these, they're in shock. Why are they in shock? Because they didn't follow the rules. They know they broke the rules. They're in shock now. And they're cursed. Because they know they broke the rules. Now they're trying to figure out what? What you trying to figure out? Poor little tinks. So now the sadists that all came together on one accord to persecute you, just trying to figure out what's the law. Why they need to know what is law now? They were trying to look up the laws. Why? Why they trying to look up the laws? What is the law? They want to know which laws they broke. Well, which laws did y'all break? They want to know which laws they broke. What y'all do? Well, they was causing negativity. You got a person that was causing you negativity, an air sign. So you got one, that's one person. Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Remember we told God said, you know what? I'm finna send you down here during this great awakening. And I'm finna line up your whole bloodline ops. The ops that's been in our lives, the people that came against us on one accord. Those are family members from each. This is a bloodline sent down from each of your family foes. And God, your ancestors chose you to come down here and defeat these demons. And did. One of them was an air sign. But you possess a talisman, but you was protected the whole time because of your positive vibes. The world didn't make you cold. The world didn't turn you to an animal. It turned these people into an animal. That's what happened to their mind. It broke their mind. It broke their spirit. It broke their heart. It broke their soul. So that's why they were sending you negativity. So there's a difference. We got the negative vibes and the positive vibes. That's what determines if you an animal or not. These animals had the negative. They didn't heal. They didn't grow. They was doing root work on you. But you protected, again, with the protection. So these people been doing all kind of spells on you. Root work. What is root work? Tapping into your childhood wounds. Going into your deep personal pain. So they were triggering you. These people, since a child, you were hurt, abused, misused. The weight was placed on your shoulders from the root, from the beginning. But you didn't let it turn you into an animal. It didn't make you negative. It amplified your positive vibes. You was protected. That was your protection. But these people, it caused you to lose your appetite in sinful things. It caused you to lose your appetite in things that most people brain, awful, stunningly food. What do they say? Awful, stunningly brain food. It caused you to lose your appetite. You didn't fixate. You didn't focus. You didn't latch on to the negativity. You focused more on the positive vibes, and they focused on the negative. You didn't have an appetite. Your spirit team and your ancestors had you the whole time. You was chosen to come down here and fight these animals, defeat these animals, defeat these negative bloodlines who's been after your bloodline for lifetimes. And you was protected the whole time. Ancestors, angels, spirit, guides, goddesses, gods. They had your back the whole time. Even though these animals were trying to get you, putting 10 swords in your back, your ancestors had your back the whole time. These people, these animals are their own worst enemy. They're dealing with the consequences now. The problems that these animals are going through right now, they caused it by focusing on brain awfully stunning food around the world, negativity all the time, focusing on trying to put 10 swords in your back instead of healing and growing and focusing on the positive. They became their own worst enemy. All the things they're going through, they caused them to happen. These are people who could not heal, who could not grow. They became energy vampires. These are people who let their heart get so heavy, so black, that they didn't have no chi, no good juju, no good energy. They have negative energy. So the only way they can feel better is by attacking you, draining energy from other people. These are energy vampires. These are people who turned into animals, who let the world make their heart cold, make their heart black. The weight of the world turned them into an animal. These are people who excessively demand attention and support, but don't give it. These are takers, drainers. People who are fake. People who wear full-on facades. Shady people who pull the strings behind the scenes on some don't tell nobody. Doing hexes, curses, black magic, spells, evil eye. These people been canceled. These scammers. And they dealing with the consequences. These energy vampires, these animals. These people are being cleansed out of your home, out of your energy. These unwanted spirits. And now you have fresh, new, energetic occupants protecting you. So you got a whole new spirit team protecting you from these tricksters, these animals. So you being protected. The whole time you was down here clearing up generational curses, learning spiritual warfare in class. So you was in class. You was never in danger. What? Even when I almost died? No, you was never in no danger. This whole time you thought you was in danger. We thought we was in danger.
I never thought I was in danger.
It seemed scary.
No, I wasn't.
It wasn't. You was learning.
I was learning.
These group of sadists, these trickster spirits, is the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah.
They've been around for a long time.
Lifetimes and
our
lifetimes
bloodline,
and lifetimes
people
and
out of their
lifetimes.
destinies. Damn.
Yeah. Real talk. Real talk.
So these are people who trick people out of their destiny, steal destiny.
They're
swappers,
jealous,
by lying,
you know.
stealing, tricking,
They're
cheating,
jealous.
shady motherfuckers behind the scenes.
You know what the wicked don't seem to understand is that you see the demons talking to you. They're jealous of you. You think they don't want to bask in the glory of the Almighty, they miss it in heaven. Them demons that got cast down, they miss heaven. Trust me, they miss it. After years and years, I mean, fucking hell, you can't even put it into years, man. Just imagine a century is like a year to them. So when I say years, just imagine centuries. You think they don't want to go home? I remember reading on this website, sick. There's levels to this thing, so I can't put too much of the sticky information out on these ones here, okay? So just bear with, but there is a website that talks about this. About the day the devil repents and returns to the Almighty. But really what he's talking about is that, not he, but the website is talking about that we have to understand and also have our open arms to welcome the devil into. And that might be a little bit harsh for some people. Some people might not be able to swallow that. Do you understand me? But that's literally what it is. So if you're looking for a world of utopia, utopia is going to have to be prepared to take people that once were in on their south node, but have come to realize, no, it's the north node. Don't get me wrong. There's some of them that won't want that, and there's some of them that we want to stay dark, and they'll be destroyed and eradicated. But not everybody is dark wants to remain dark. Some of them angels that got tricked into going with the devil didn't really understand what was going on. Just like some people within my community didn't understand. They thought when such man said something to them, he was so honest and so charisma and so full of thingy. Why would they think he's lying on me? Well, all he did was chat bare shit and tell lies. But if you can't see that, then you ain't going to see that. So you're going to get led astray by him. Led astray by the demons. Before you know it, you're wrapped up. And that's what happened to some of the angels in heaven too. So you're not alone. It's been happening for generations and generations and generations. That's the point. But it's not to ever have a heavy heart. And it's not me to go up to my family now and hug them and say, oh, you're forgiven. No. They've already proven to be who they are in this round. Does that make sense? So you leave them and let them go to God. Because that's the only way in anyway. When I say the only way in, I probably shouldn't say the only way in, because I don't want to confuse people. But what I mean by that then is you have to be tested, and the Almighty is going to test you. And the Almighty will put you through your places, and you will get your karma. And you're going to have to just be man enough and woman enough, just like I tell the kids at my school. You can throw the chair if you want, but just make sure you're woman enough and man enough to deal with the consequences. And that's what this is. You got to go and deal with the consequences of your actions. And that's the only way to start. And once you get on that road and you go through it and you do your healing, then you can talk about accessing the Garden of Eden or the Kingdom of Heaven. But you're going to have to put the work in today or tomorrow. You're going to have to put the work in. And if not, then see you later.
Well, claiming credit for other people's success. Yeah, this is a destiny swap. This is how destinies get swapped. Somebody come into your life on some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Lying, stealing, cheating, and they got a ulterior motive. They wearing a mask. They really don't give a fuck about you. They trying to get something from you. And it get you all up in your head, get you all off track. That's emotional, spiritual warfare. And you never get to step into your purpose. Because you're so busy tied up with these trickster spirits. Well, these motherfuckers been canceled. You came down here for this. You said bring them out, bring them out,
Bring them out, bring them out.
And they've been canceled. Now they dealing with the consequences. So now these animals, these tricksters, you say you a gangster, but
Bring
you
them
never
out.
cop nothing.
Just you a gangster, but you never
They've been
shot
hustling a
nothing.
long time. They ain't got nothing.
Many
So they've
men.
been doing this for a long time, but they ain't got nothing. They still ain't got nothing. They try to burn our bloodline down lifetime after lifetime. And some of our ancestors destiny was taken.
Yeah.
It wasn't able to live out their fulfillment.
100%, man.
But that's why we here.
Listen.
We came here to do it. Here, do it for me.
Listen, I'm sorry, but I have to just talk about the ancestors, okay? Because it's next level. My ancestors told me we're going to Africa. Twice I went to Africa this year. And I walked around the slave ports in Ghana on the Gold Coast. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to say 4D level entities, ghost took me around that side, pushed me into corners, rubbed me up the wall, told me to go this way. I saw what they saw. How many years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago. And you know what the joke is? I've never wanted to acknowledge slavery. I'm like, fuck that, blood. Don't tell me about the couple of people that come to England. What was I doing before I came to England? Because I sure as hell weren't no fucking slave. Yeah, I'm saying, so I don't want to hear nothing about slavery. Yes, I studied it. I know slavery. I understand black history. I did slavery at school. I went to 104 Saturday school growing up as a child. I studied black history with Robert Wheeler. I went to university at Birmingham, sat down with Robert Beckford, who was part of my lecture team. I've done a bit. I studied Dr. Malachi York. I even went to the Nation of Islam meetings. You know, I studied a bit. I really did. I still did not want to acknowledge slavery. And the ancestors took me there and showed me why I needed to. I cried and I danced with them. I cried and I danced with them. Cried and I danced with them, man. Generation curses. Trust me. I know we talk about this thing like it's a joke thing, or we talk about it like it's a fantasy or a wish. And I get it. Or if you've seen what I seen, blood, fucking hell. It's next level. Like, how dare we forget the ancestors? How dare I? More importantly, I'm completely blown away. And they showed me these colourful ones before I even went to Africa. It wasn't before. It was when I got back from Africa. Fair enough. It's been wild. This whole experience has been wild. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's carry on with the video.
Miss Gladys, we came here to get justice, to get peace, to balance out the scales. And now these trickster spirits, they in shock. Clutch they pearls. Oh my God. Why are they in shock? Because fortune favors you. Because you stand with the Most High and you broke free. They shocked that you broke free. They thought they had you. Oh, they thought they had you, collective.
Catty.
They in shock. These tricksters. What you in shock
catty.
for?
Yeah.
You done broke out. These people was doing jar spells on you. They wanted to keep you stuck. And somehow, with the top on, you flew the fuck out. And you know, how'd you do that? It's a miracle.
Confirmation.
Miracles happen every day, B. Every day, B. These people from the Lost Souls tribe. So these tricksters are from the Lost Souls tribe. These group of sadists. And they had the opportunity as well to break their generational curses and to break free.
And they never?
But they couldn't do it. They let the weight of the world make their heart turn cold.
You missed your opportunity, man.
And they in shock. How the fuck you get out? Well, let's see. Why y'all in shock? Clutch your pearls. What happened?
Crazy.
They couldn't burn your shit down. They put 10 sword. Okay, listen here. These people came together on one accord. Thank you, Spirit. And they put 10 swords in your back, collective. They did. They seen you laying on the ground. They seen you bleeding. They all came up together. And you got the fuck up and flew out and flew away. You had a rebirth. Think about it. They killed Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he rose.
No.
It was a miracle.
Yeah.
So these people put 10 swords in your back. They killed you in 10 different lifetimes. So each of these ops came back this lifetime. However many it is for you. These shady motherfuckers. You said bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. And this lifetime you defeated their ass. Whatever happened last lifetime, this wasn't that.
This is not it, blood.
This wasn't
This
that.
was what it was.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
One more time. That's what they kept saying to me. One more time. Can they go around again? One more blood clot time.
So
one more what time? One more what time?
Psycho. I just want to make a change. You was just going through a rebirth. And they see you done flew out the cuckoo nest. You left. You got out the crab in the barrel mentality. The bucket. Crab in the bucket. You got out the bucket with these crabs. They not happy. They want to pull you back, right? So they want to pull you back in. They not happy. They in shock. How'd you get out? While we generally consider ourselves to be playing the lead role in the film of our lives, yes, I'm the main character in my life. You, collective, are the main character in your life. No. And we are also the main character in these people's life. Okay, so now these group of sadists, these trickster spirits, who got the negative mind with the black heavy heart, these toxic, unhealed people who do shady dealings, who stabbed us in the back 10 times. They're in shock. And they were so focused on us. We became the lead role in their life as well. What? Wait. Okay, so everybody has their life here on Earth. And you are the main character in your story. You. It's all about you, right? Unless you got some kids and they little, then it's about you and your kids. True. No. For these people, they life, how they run their life, and their story, their movie, collective, you're the main character in these people's lives. They were so focused on you and stabbing you in your back 10 times. They seen you laying on the ground. Now you done rose up from the dead. They in shock. You broke free. Cycles don't break themselves. But all it takes is one bold move to change the whole story, to change the whole trajectory of the story. And that's what you did. You let the shit burn down, and you kept going. Said, fuck these shady people, these tricksters. You went through your rebirth, and they shocked. Because playing the lead role in the film of our lives, you played a major... We all generally consider ourselves to be playing the lead role in a film of our lives, right? We are also a part of a larger story in which others' actions may spin the narrative in unexpected directions. Okay. Remember I said they was trying to create a scenario, trying to bend energy, trying to create different illusions to change your destiny. They were so focusing on changing your destiny that you became the main character of their lives. Instead of focusing on healing, growing, and evolving, they was focusing on putting 10 swords in your back.
Sorry. So what was I saying earlier on about the situation of where they got lost? Because I know that you guys need to do what you need to do to me because it's a karmic debt. But you've also got your karmic... Beg your pardon. You've also got your karmic debts that you need to deal with in your own lives because you are the main character of your life. And instead of focusing on putting your shit together, that's why the Bible says, do not worry about the speck of dust in your brother's eye. First of all, concentrate on the plank of wood in your eye. And you took your eye off the plank of wood. And you come to look at the dust of speck in my eye because you didn't think I was living right. But what makes you think you know what living right is? You ain't living right. I've told you all you're not living right. At one point or another, we've had a conversation and I've said to you, you're not living right. And I think that's what the problem was with half of you. Because you thought, who am I to tell you that you're not living right? But clearly I was somebody to tell you that you're not living right. Because really now, you're really not living right. And Janet, my mother, I told you, when you said what you said to me, I said, you know what, Janet? Remember, say when you're digging a hole for me, make sure you dig one for yourself too. And you said, I will. Did you dig the hole? Because I hope so. I really do hope so. Because it's better you dig your hole for you than have the Almighty dig your hole for you. Because it would be like getting a beating from Granddad. And Granddad already said, oh no, I go weary up so woo. And I know all of my mum and her sisters, because the brother is dead, they know what that means. And I know what that means, even though I've never wearied up no well. I did get a beating once from Granddad, and I probably did weary up some more, but not the extent that you guys used to weary up some more. And I'm not here to put the fear of God into nobody, because this ain't even about God. He's just Granddad. That's interesting. But when he says to me to tell them, and I had to put it on my Instagram, I had to put it on my TikTok from when I was in Istanbul. Granddad was just telling me now they're gonna weary up some woman. I was like, blood clout, why don't they just listen? You can't hear. But your purpose was to focus on the plank of wood in your own eye. So Bev ain't supposed to be watching Pauline. Pauline's not supposed to be watching Leslie. Leslie's not supposed to be watching Janet. Janet's not supposed to be watching Hyacinth. And Hyacinth ain't supposed to be watching Wilbert. Everybody's supposed to be in their own goddamn lane. Looking after their pitney. Looking after their household. Looking after their man. Period. Yeah? No. Not period.
Who are now cursed and who are now in shock. These animals, because you healed and you flew away. You broke free. You the generational curse breaker. You changed the whole game. This can be a real shock. They shocked. How the fuck? What the fuck? Things may change dramatically. Yeah, now shit changing for these tricks of spirits. Especially when you least expect it. They wasn't expecting this. What in the hell is going on? Yeah, you done broke free. They in shock, collective. They wasn't expecting this at all. No. So now what? We using these? Yeah, okay. So now, they in shock because you broke free. You broke the cycle. You the generational curse breaker. You changed the whole game. They thought they was going to change you. They thought they had you down and out. They thought you was dead and out for the count with 10 swords in your back. And now they see you done flew out a jar they put you in with the top on and turned into a whole butterfly, gained your wings back. Now they know fortune favors you. God love you. You God favorite. And they are in shock. I'm hearing bad boy, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they come for you?
So now they in shock. I guess your ancestors are spinning the block. Real receipts. The screenshots were saved and the messages are archived. The evidence is airtight and ready to blow things up. So your ancestors is here. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? They are in shock because your ancestors got real receipts. You could have these receipts. Screenshots were saved. I'm hearing the archangels, the watchers. They got the evidence. It's been archived in your Akashic records and these people's records.
And in the AI.
The evidence is airtight. Just like this top was. They in shock that there's evidence of what these people did to you. And there's evidence of who you are because you was able to break free. And ready to blow things up. And your ancestors is here blowing up the spot. All right? And these people are in shock because there's real receipts and you broke free. So there are receipts of what these people, these sadistic, sadist people did. These animals, these tricksters, and they shady dealings. There's proof. There's receipts. And that they were trying to keep you captive. They was trying to hold you back, right? They was trying to hold on to the star.
To the star, bud.
They're addicted to attention and the thirst is starting to show. These people who was addicted to attention from the outside world, instead of going within and healing and growing, evolving, being at peace, these people focused on the world. That's the way, of the world. They focus on the way of the world. These are thirsty people. Now let's start the show. The spotlight's the goal, even if it means faking the whole storyline. So these people was faking the whole time. And there's receipts that these people was trying to hold on to you. That they thirsty, that they addicted to the world. And that you the generational curse breaker. And they are in shock. That you live in large. Luxury is the new baseline. They're not just dabbling in wealth, they are dwelling in it. These people know that you are rich in the 3D and the 5D in spirit. And it doesn't have to mean billionaire. If you're rich in spirit, you can have anything you like. You stepping into this new beginning and they are in shock that you broke free and you living a delicious life. And there's real receipts on this, that you went through a rebirth, a transformation. You were a trusted friend to these people. There's no mask here. There's proof that you don't wear no mask, that you ain't no sadist, that you ain't full of shit, that you're not a trickster, that you don't chase clout. There's real receipts out here. There's proof. You're just a rare kind, 100% real. You're a trusted friend. So these people who stabbed you in your back, who you were a trusted friend to, you wasn't being fake. You was being real, and they was being tricksters. And now they paying for that shit, and they are in shock. They thought you was lying. They thought you was bullshitting. Plot twist. Nope, you wasn't. They are in shock. New info just dropped and it's juicy. It's juicy. Suddenly, all the dots connect and the real story just showed up. And people are in shock. Oh my God, they can't believe these motherfuckers. They cannot. They like, oh my God, did you hear about what happened to the collective and all them villains? All them animals? They're never the villain in their own story, but the trail of chaos says otherwise. Something about their vibe just don't sit right. Now all these motherfuckers was fucking with you. They're going through it. There's a trail of chaos traveling behind these people. There's a dark cloud of chaos, of rain pouring down on these people. And people see what it is. Suddenly, all the dots is connected. And people are shocked. Damn, these people tried to hurt you. They was a villain in your story. Well, and you was the hero in your story. So while they was the villain in your story, you was the hero in your story. Because fortune favors the bold. So they can't do nothing with you. And the people are shocked about these people and how they backstabbed you. Backstabbers. Smile in your face.
Whole time they want to take your place.
Backstabbers. Backstabbers. 10 swords in the back. People are fucking shocked that your friends did this to you. That these weren't your fucking friends. These were some villains. These were some enemies. Your ops. Trust was offered and loyalty was given. But beneath the surface, betrayal has always been brewing. So these people always been stabbing you in your back, biting your back out. They was being fake. People know it. People know the truth now about all these people who you loved. Family members, friends, your ex, whoever the fuck it was, who all teamed up, collaborated against you. People are shocked what these villains did to you. Well, you flew away. You got away. You made it out. You made it out the crab, the bucket. You made it out the ghetto. You made it out of somewhere. You made it out the hood. You made it out of your toxic ass family. You broke the generational curse. You made it, collective. Congratulations. And people are shocked.
Thank you.
Well, sometimes we can be our own. Oops, not this card. My bad. People are in shock because you made it. And these were the villains in your story. So you was the main character in your story. And they was the villain in your story. You was the main character in their story. And they was the villain in their story too. So that's the story. That's what it is. That's the dance. I'm going to show you the greatest things your eyes have ever beheld. So people are shocked because you done showed these people, you done broke free and showed these people some shit their eyes ain't never seen before. You focus on what makes you special, and you are special. Everyone has unique qualities, and you do too, collective. You proclaim your individuality. You shout it from the rooftops. You show the world what only you can do. While attracting attention can lead to a misunderstanding. Okay, so these people was mad at your light because of your unique qualities, because of your individuality, because you talk and pop your shit, speak your truth. You attracted some attention of some animals, some haters. Okay, some unhealed people. And it led to a misunderstanding. And others trying to take you down. But bravery can bring admiration and even spark wonder. Fortune favors the bold. So you had to be bold and step out on faith and defeat these motherfuckers. And did. It caused a misunderstanding. Your light irritated their demons because you showed these people something they ain't never seen before. That's a real rebirth in the flesh. You see people go to church all the time and they remain the same. Year after year after year. 4 years ago, 10, 20, 30, 50 years, they still the same person. That's a fucking problem. You're supposed to be reborn, made anew. So if you're doing the same shit that your grandma did, your great-grandma has been passed down, I've been doing this for 10 years. We've been doing it like this for this long. You're stuck in a karmic cycle. You're not collective. You show these people something different. You've been through a reborn. You've been born again. They put 10 swords in your back, seeds you laid out bleeding. Out of there. And you came back stronger, better, wiser than ever. And people are in shock. The villains is in shock. The people who listening, watching the plot twist, everybody is in shock. Clutch your pearls. And they see that fortune favors you. God got you. No matter what these people try to do. You've been protected the whole time. They can't do nothing with you. What they did do is they cursed their damn self. Ain't this about something? So now the villains is cursed and you got fortune. Curses and blessings. Okay, so listen here. Let's go back over here to the beginning. These people's going through a tower because they all collaborated against you. They cursed their damn self. They their own worst enemy. Being shady, trickster spirit, faking shit, being a villain. And everybody's story, they curse themselves. It's their own fault. Fortune favors you. You stepped out on faith. You didn't let the world make your heart black, cold, heavy. Even though they were stabbing you in your back, betraying you, you still healed, you still grew. Fortune favors the bold. Admire. Inspired by you, songs, emotional bond, telepathic love. You got inspired with love. Instead of letting the world make your heart cold, black, and heavy, you got inspired by love. That's why fortune favors the bond. You bonded to spirit. You bonded with love. You didn't let the world make you cold. And people admire that about you. Around summer, somebody got some evidence about these people's criminal history, these animals, and what they did to you. So around summer, there was some type of evidence of these shady dealings. And people admire how you handled it. Okay, so what happened around summer? There's evidence about what? How you had to be bold? How there was a misunderstanding? You was focused on what makes you special. Everyone has unique qualities. You was proclaiming your individuality, shouting it to the rooftops, showing the world what only you could do. And you attracted somebody who misunderstood you and who wanted a piece of you. And people admire how you handled it. This happened in the summer. Okay, what happened? You avoided something. Somebody that was obsessed. Okay, so people like how you handle it. They admire how you handle it in the summer. People got evidence. How somebody was obsessed with you around the spring. They was trying to hold on to you. Okay, who is this? And they were trying to hold on to you, Divine Feminine. And your intuition, you had a strong intuition. Okay, so people like how you handled it. People admire you and your empathetic heart. And your strong intuition and how you handled whoever this was you had this misunderstanding with. This could be the shady motherfucker here. An ex or just ex-friends. People have been following you, Divine Feminine, and they admire how you handled this. The truth is out about these villains and how you the generational curse breaker. There are receipts. And you are inspiring others. We got communication. Somebody want to talk to you. Somebody is inspired. Somebody want to talk to you. Ooh. Oh no. People are inspired of how you communicate, how you approach things, how you accepted things, how you treat yourself, your intentions, your self-love. People admire you, Divine Feminine. Or if you're Divine Masculine, people admire how you handle all these people, these villains. Since the spring and the summer, people have been watching you. How you communicate, how you handle things. There's evidence. And people admire you. And these people, how you handle these people that were putting on a facade, putting on a front. These people who had hidden motives, weird behavior. People admire how you handle these villains. New info just dropped and it's juicy about these villains and people like how you handled it. These backstabbers. These tricksters. They like how you handle it. We got a Divine Masculine in the reverse who need to go heal. They like how you handled this fake ass Divine Masculine who wasn't no protector. Who is not rational, who was not a provider. They like how you handled this motherfucker. This is the ex. There was a misunderstanding. Who you closed off to now, this fucking clown. They like how you handled this clown. Yeah, they like how they admire you for handling this clown the way you did. You refused to give in. You kept the peace. You forgave this motherfucker. This clown. They could be an earth sign, you could be an earth sign, but they like how you handled this clown. Now this clown feels ashamed, humiliated. I'm sorry. That's not nice. This clown feels humiliated. Plot twist. New info just dropped about this clown. And this clown is cursed. Fortress favors you. God favors the divine favors you, collective. And this clown feels humiliated because they cursed. Oh my goodness, they cursed around the fall. This is the fall right now. This person is cursed. Could be an earth sign. This is karmic justice. Yep, this person is getting justice. Karma, consequences. These people are getting consequences. This is your karmic justice. This cycle is over. So that you can heal and move on to your new life. This shit is over. The scales are being balanced out. You came here to conquer your demons, to clear up your generational curses, to break the cycles. And collective, you did. You balanced the scales. Your heart has been weighed, and it is as light as a feather. You balanced. And these people are now cursed. They cursed their damn self, though. They should have got on the healing journey. Quit trying to put 10 swords in your back. Okay. Could be up to 10 people. And now they feel cursed. But that's on them. These are people who are now afraid. They are scared, shocked. How does a curse begin and how does it spread? Well, this is how a curse begins. And this is how it spreads. I said it could be up to 10 people. You got an X here. A karmic masculine. He gathered people together. So this is a little somebody who gathered other people to come up against you, collective. And then we got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family over here who wanted a piece of you, the village. It take a village to raise a child type ass energy. It could take a village to break a child too. So you got a village who broke you as a child and a karmic masculine in a reverse. A divine masculine in a reverse, which is karmic. Look at this shit. Your family and this karmic over here, they all unsatisfied because they getting karma. Boom, they curse. This is how curses get started. These people that came together on one accord. The deeper and darker the well of emotions from which it springs. These people was in their feelings. Why was y'all in y'all feelings so much? The deeper the emotions from which it springs, the more powerful and transmissible it can become. Well, you got your own fucking family here. And then you got a karmic masculine here who all came together on one accord. That's kind of deeply painful. That's some deep emotions. Also, this is a generational curse. This is something passed down generation to generation. Who's Judas's bloodline? Right? The people who crucified Jesus, they were saying, kill him, kill him. Who's they kids? You done incarnated some of these motherfuckers into your bloodline so you can clear up this generational curse. That's all. These group of sadists, they came together in another lifetime before they even came across you and was doing the same shit. You just the generational curse breaker. You came to break this shit down. Pound for pound. And you did. This was a powerful generational curse that you was chosen to come down here and handle, collective. So why not pop in a tape and press play? Let's get it. Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. That's what we said. All right, here we go. Here we are. Here we are. The curse is here. So generational curse needed to be broken. These people that tried to burn your shit down, they from the bloodline of the people who've been trying to burn people's shit down lifetime after lifetime, going way, 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 way back. And you came here to put a stop to it, to balance out them scales. Sometimes we secretly welcome the worst. But are we ready to do what must be done when it comes crawling for us? No good could come out of this. Steer clear. So now these people who should have got out your fucking way or should have got on the healing journey, they should have participated. They're cursed. The people that put the 10 swords in your back, these shady motherfuckers, these trickster spirits, there's receipt. There's receipts about these villains. and how you broke free, you the generational curse breaker, and how fortune favors you. People are shocked. And these trickster spirits are unsatisfied because they was trying to hurt you. They just cursed their damn self. That's the way of the world. Plant your flowers. They should have planted better seeds. And they'll grow. A child is born with a heart of gold. Weight of the world makes his heart so cold. So when they put their heart on the scale, they shit tipped all the way down. It was too heavy. They've been found guilty in law. What is the law? Must they be obeyed? Well, the law is touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Get the plank out your own fucking eye before you go try to pick the plank out of somebody else's eye. Do your own paper. Don't be looking over somebody else's paper. I'm paraphrasing y'all. Don't come for me. What you put out, you get back. Consequences, repercussions. The energy you give, you get back one way or another. If you go around popping somebody up upside the head all the time, you thought it was funny, you thought this was a game, you thought this was a joke. The universe is knocking somebody upside their damn head right now. The scales is being balanced out. These people curse their damn self. Polo tanks. Gateway. Run away in the sunset and begin a new adventure, collective. You get away. You got away. They cursed and you got away. Fortune favors you. You ran away from these sadists, these shady motherfuckers, and you healed. Time's up. Tick-tock, motherfucker. Time is running out. The wait is over. So you came here to clear up these generational curses. You had a deadline. Time's up. You got away. It's over. Cycle complete. Starseed, you came here for this. We got twin flame. Shared feelings, mirrored emotions. Your other half, a reflection soul. So now that you cleared out this karmic cycle, this part of the journey is over. And you got somebody you got a twin flame who's blocked. Call, what's expressing? Conversation, unblocking, hearing your voice. You got a twin flame that you blocked that want to call you and play mind games with you. Okay, so this is that karmic masculine. So the karmic masculine is cursed for playing mind games with you, trying to take advantage of you, playing with your feelings, stringing you along. They want to talk to you, but they blocked. They cursed. There's been divine intervention, and you got away from this person. What else? This is somebody who has uncontrollable desires, is unsatiable and hungry for you. The fuck? And they all fired up because they furious with rage, building up emotions. They overwhelmed with thoughts, and they're very, very, very angry because you get you a new boo. So this birth as karmic flame, karmic masculine, is happy, is cursed. They're cursed, and they pissed off because you getting a new boo. They've been fired, and they're cursed. And you're in your happy place. You're seeing someone new. New love blossoms. You're enjoying someone else's company, and this person is very angry. This is somebody who wanted to make your life a living hell. A sadist. Somebody who thought they was so smart. This is somebody who thought they was going to cage you. Cat dead, details later. Somebody you went on this journey with, and you the only one came out the woods. Was this your friend? Friend. This person wasn't a friend. They was betraying you the whole time. A shady motherfucker, right? And you was trying to help this person be human. This could be an earth sign. And now this motherfucker sad because they was a boogeyman and your life stabbed you in your back 10 times. And now here this motherfucker come again with the knife, still want to stab you in your back. But it's too late. You got away. You an alien out here. You ain't from here. You in the world, but you not of the world. This motherfucker in the world, from the world, living in the world. A lying motherfucker, Ray, who was trying to trap you. And this motherfucker is shocked because they got fired. They getting karma. This person is cursed. And you getting a new boo. And they madder than the motherfucker. Because you falling in love. You done with this person. Trash. This person was too much. Trash. Too much. You let go. Throwing out the memories. You done with this motherfucker. This person is cursed and they mad because they cursed themselves. They want a second chance. They want to come back. No. This person, no. No. You getting a new boo. This is some sadistic motherfucker who's obsessed with you and mad because they weird and they shady and they a trickster spirit. Whether they saw it coming or not, your heart is getting involved and it's getting deep fast. They mad. They numbing out. They got the audacity to be mad at you. And this person is a gold digger who is jealous because you did the work. Back over here to the beginning. This person was trying to burn your shit down because you did the work and they refused to do the work. Growth is happening behind the scenes, healing patterns, owning truth, and unlearning survival mode. And this person is jealous of your growth. Envious. Jealousy, that's a sin. What is law? That's a sin. That's they broke spiritual law. Sometimes it shows up as fake support. This is some gold digging karmic masculine in the reverse who is mad because they getting karma for putting 10 swords in your back and they mad because you moving on to a new boo. They better kiss your whole ass. They got the audacity. After they crossed the boundaries. Boundaries were crossed in the worst part. So this person crossed its spiritual boundaries with you in the worst part. This masculine in the reverse has cursed their motherfucking self. And they got the audacity to be mad at you because they crossed your boundaries spiritually and broke spiritual law. And now they're cursed and receiving karma. They acted like it was their right. So this person was doing shit to you in the spiritual realm. And they thought because they was your twin flame that they can do this. They didn't see nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong. But trying to curse your fucking life, well, they curse their own life. And now this person is numbed out somewhere. They say that they've got life under control, but the pattern is starting to show. When life gets heavy, their escape route is always chemical. So this is somebody who's now indulging. This is somebody who is now cursed, and they curse their motherfucking self. And they're fired. They are not your twin flame. This is a karmic trickster who collaborated and teamed up with some other people out of jealousy because you did the work. And they a gold digger. They just digging for gold. The connection comes with a price tag. It is calculated, strategic, and dripping in dollar signs. Man, fuck this person. They got the audacity to be mad at you. And they a whole gold digger out here. Quit playing with me. They out here throwing shade. So you got a karmic, cursed, karmic masculine or feminine in your energy who made your life a living hell, who thought they was smart. And they realize today they not that fucking smart if they curse themselves. Anything else for the collective Holy Spirit? No, that shit. Let's get a closing message. So now this karmic masculine realized that they cursed themselves. Ain't got nothing to do with you. This clown wanted to play and entertain the circus, so you left their ass at the circus where they belong. And they got the audacity to be mad, to be upset, because they cursed themselves. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Let me get a closing message for the collective, please. Holy Spirit. Ain't got nothing to do with you. This person was too much. You let this person go throughout the memories. This was some bullshit. And cross the threshold, collective. You gone. You're out of here. The weight of the world, you guys. Look, this person got the weight of the world. And you crossed the threshold. So this person is cursed, stuck, and you moving forward. Everybody got choices. This person hesitated. You had to have courage and potential to go through this transformation. You were standing at the doorway of possibilities, a liminal space between what has been and what could be. This threshold is both an opportunity and a challenge. For stepping forward means leaving behind the comfort of the familiar, the family, the friends, the people who tried to curse you. Yet, beyond this hesitation lies the promise of growth, discovery, and transformation, collective. The unknown may feel daunting, but it also holds an infinite potential. The question is not whether the door is open, it is whether you will step through it. When you step through, you walk through. Shit. You walk through that door, collective. You walk through. You walk through. I have the courage to step through the threshold of the unknown. Growth and discovery await me on the other side. And now here you are on the other side, collective. You made it. Congratulations. You have completed this cycle, Starseed. It's over. It's over now. It's over now. I feel like we can make it. The storm is over now. We didn't let the weight of the world make our heart turn cold and black. We were able to grow, to heal, to evolve, to focus on the love, to focus on the positivity, despite having 10 swords in your back, collective. Responsibility, introspection, cosmic connection, personal alignment, releasing burdens. You chucking up the deuces to these people. These people carry the weight of the world on their shoulders without expressing it. They don't know how to release it. You learned how to release it. But not every burden you bear is yours to carry. Just as the universe exists in harmony, your inner world must find its own balance. You have to find your own balance, not with these people. Everybody has to learn how to stand on their own 2 feet, to recognize their own divinity, to realize that they too have God within them. Every knee gonna bow, and every tongue is gonna have to confess to themselves that they got God living in them. They got this light in them. But first, they gotta get out the darkness. Well, you showing these people something. They admire you. People see how you doing shit. Plot twist. The new info just dropped, and it's juicy. People see what's going on. You found your own balance. Pause, reflect, and let go of what no longer serves you. Align with your thoughts and your emotions like the planets in the orbit, allowing space for your light to shine, unlimited, unimpeded. Remember, within you lies not only the past, but also the vast potential of the future. People see it. I know you see it. Yeah, they see it. These people see it. Even the people who got the weight on the world, they see that you have released your burdens. And you have released them, because you ain't supposed to carry these people on your fucking back, especially if they're not healing and growing. They now are a liability. These are now energy vampires. So if you are entertaining, you are hanging around, you are exchanging energy with somebody who is draining the shit out of you, who is wishing you ill will, you're going to be depleted. So you have to let go of people, places, and things. Identify, You had to learn how to identify when your energy was being siphoned and drained by people, and learn to let those people go. Let go or refrain it in a way that feels lighter, because these people were being heavy. So these are people that were pulling on your energy because they refuse to do the work. They don't have no light within them, so they wanted to dim yours or use yours up. And you got out, you freed yourself. Prioritize your well-being and align your energy with what truly matters. And that's how you break out of a generational curse. You let go of people, places, and things that are stabbing you in your back, even though they family, even though you love them, even though you work there, this is, making good money. Some shit just not good for you. It's a karmic contract, and you have to choose you. You have to choose what's good for the highest good of all with harm to none. And move on with no judgment, no hate, no animosity, with forgiveness and out of love. and let go. And you were able to do that. And these people couldn't. They got the weight of the world on their shoulders. And they weren't able to balance. They weren't able to grow. They weren't able to thrive. They got stuck in the bucket like the crabs. But you broke free. So congratulations. The cycle is over. That has been your reading. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel,
Absolutely.
hit the bell so you can be
Absolutely.
notified every time I drop a read. Thank y'all for the support, the love, the likes, the shares, the comments. I am doing a Solace Winter raffle starting tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I'm going to post in the community board the information. If you would like to participate, just check the community page.
Sorry, I just saw a reader that I like.
Hey mate, it's just your music, it's really loud.
I know. The new speakers got them off eBay. Expertly refurbished, primo sound quality, but way cheaper. Sorry, manners, come inside. Take your shoes off.
When you find great deals, you can't help but say when it's eBay.
Hello, collective.
So, what's that saying?
Welcome in to my channel. Thank
People
you guys
started
so
to
much
see
for your likes,
there
your
was
comments,
more
your shares, and
upset
subscribes. I
that there
truly
couldn't be
appreciate
a bad
them all, you
influence
guys.
in
Just
your life
second.
than anything.
Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. So the messages may or may not resonate
7
with you.
hours
Take
ago.
the messages that resonate with you with personal situations and interests. That's all I want.
In fact, before we this one, because I just realised it's an hour over 102 minutes long, and I don't want the videos to be that long, and this is already 2 hours and 30, so let's shut this one down. I'll watch this one. If there's anything on there, then I'll come back in. But I did want to do another little reading because I mentioned it earlier on this morning about a guy that clearly can speak Hebrew and that. But I just want to touch on one thing because my nan's just reminded me again. Okay, so yesterday I had a little cry when the ancestors were talking to me. You know how I said that sometimes when I'm on live, I get different messages, and like when I'm not live, but on camera, they come and talk to me about different things. So obviously I've mentioned a couple of times in the videos that I'm up for an award this week. I'm up for 2 awards actually. And I've been really nervous about it because I never get my flowers. You know, Spirit gives me my flowers all the time, and I give me my flowers all the time. But I don't know, for what I do, and I know that I do my best every single time, I've just become accustomed to not getting my flowers and just having God and Spirit give me my flowers. But I'm at an event tomorrow, and I was saying because I haven't really been excited about it or nothing like that, and sisters are talking to me and basically asking me why I'm not excited, and I've been trying to push it down for probably about a week, to be fair. Like every time the feeling comes up, I have been pushing it down, and yesterday they encouraged me to just feel the feeling, you know. And what was the feeling? The feeling was fear. The feeling was going there to the award ceremony and not being recognised. But again, there's loads of people and loads of organisations, so you're not guaranteed to win anyway, and I know that. Don't get me wrong, I do know that. You know what I mean? And I'm a winner anyway. Believe it or not, I'm a winner anyway, because what I'm doing is good and I'm putting the work in and blah, blah, blah. But it's almost like all the stuff that they tell me is coming. Because it's been such a long, hard road. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's been tough, man. It's been tough. And I think because I've been in this survival warrior mode, I don't know, I feel scared. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've surrendered. I don't know, I feel it's like stepping into like another level of vulnerability. Do you know what I mean? And I just was very, very vulnerable yesterday with my ancestors in terms of how I felt and the fear. and that around being recognized, being finally recognized, because you know what, this is just a tiny fragment of what it is that I do, have done, want to do, will do. You know what I mean? It's just a tiny fragment. And because I see what the girls do, as in my other personalities, what I do, what spirit does, like we do bits. We rather do bits, man. I told you I 10 it and then some. And I'm that way in all aspects of my life. Even fucking yoga. You know what I mean? So they was just holding me yesterday and telling me not to worry about it. But anyway, long story short, I get an email that I see today. I get a text yesterday and an email. And the text wants me to confirm who's coming with me. And my son, I was on the phone today, I was recording, and a text came through from my son to say he's working on the Thursday, but I know it's spirit led anyway. Does that make sense? Because I told you this boy's got Cecil's energy, although, you know, there was some energy in here the other day, and we're going to see where I go on, because I'm just chopping it up with the ancestors, because I had a thought. There was a moment when I opened up my son's door in the day, yesterday or whenever it happened, and when you open up a door and wind comes at you because you've opened the door, a wind came at me, but I kind of thought, you know what I'm saying? Now, I know that I shut the window in there, so there shouldn't be no wind, but you know, the door's open, so you can get kind of pressure going in one way or another. But like I said, I'm gonna see. Anyway, she sent me a text confirming the names of who's coming, and she also sent me an email and said what my table number was. Yeah, I'm saying. And I wasn't going to say nothing because I just want to see what I go on. But the Almighty's saying, you can't have fear with faith. They can't coexist, and that's actually right. So I'm going to just say what it is that I actually want. So the email came through and says that I'm table 0. Which means that the first table to be seated was my table, basically. So Spirit has shown me a little bit of to have confidence, because up until today I didn't know that, even though they sent some things yesterday, because I was videoing that, I didn't see it until today. So my table is the first table to be seated. So that in itself is recognition. That in itself is recognition. You know what I mean? So the things that I'm worrying about, they're telling me, look, you don't need to worry, because they just says to me, like, in their eyes, I'm number 1 anyway. You know what I mean? So I know I don't have to worry about nothing. I'm not worried about it anyway. But I don't think you understand. It's a little bit scary. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, because today when the woman was saying to me, when love comes in, don't fear it, just embrace it. And I get it. But this is like a little situation like that love, isn't it? That it's like the first indication or the first sign, because I sat on the bed with them yesterday and they told me that it was over. They told me that it was over yesterday. Do you know how long I've been waiting for this to be over? I don't think you understand. Even when I came out the hospital, I was like, yo, Almighty, how long, man? He was like, sooner than you think. That's all I get. Sooner than you think, you know. So I think it's a case of the first sign of it really being over would be for me to win both awards. You get what I'm trying to say? Win both awards. Secure one of these contract things that I've been looking for. But the Almighty's saying, nah, everything you want, you're going to pay for yourself. You know what I mean? Just cool. You know, so I'm really looking forward to the future, and I'm really looking forward to just, and again, outside recognition has never been my thing, so don't get it twisted, because that's not what it's about for me. But today I went into Goldsmith, yeah, and the guy in there, he's dealt with me before. And he said to me, "No, I remember you, man. You had good energy. I asked you last time, are you spiritual?" So I've gone, I think I've said, "Nah, to be fair, like, it's not that kind of party." You know what I mean? I just said, I go yoga." So he started laughing because he said, "Do you meditate?" I said, "I go yoga." He said, "Nah, man, you got a sick spirit, man. Your energy is nice." He's an older white guy, but he's really nice. He really, you know, it's like, "Do you want a glass of wine? Do you want some prosecco?" You know, he's really attentive, you know. And he's got a wife. He talks about his wife too. Don't get me wrong. It's not that level of attentive. It's just the vibes. But he says to me today, he said something about my energy, and he just said, "Are you sure you're not spiritual? Because honestly, your energy is giving. Your energy is giving like you're a millionairess." This is what he says to me. Just like that. And I said, "You know what? You know, I don't even know if I come, but I just said, you know what, in my head, I was like, I'm glad you say that still, because that was the vibe yesterday that I got. You know what I mean? The vibe that I got yesterday was like, yeah, it really is. It really is done. Just that last bit of me getting my head bust on the ground." And you see how I can laugh about it? Because it don't matter. I never did mind about the little things. I'm so fixated on my future. I'm so fixated on what my future has to bring. I'm so fixated on all these magnificent things and changes and developments, and you know, I'm just so excited for it. I really am. It's wonderful. I'm excited for utopia. I'm excited for the ancestors to literally walk on this earth. I cannot express how much I love them, you know, like, I just can't express it, man. And I can't express how much I'm loved by them, you know. If God burned every human being on the planet tomorrow and it was just me walking around by myself, I'd be absolutely okay with that. And that's my truth, that I got to a point in my life now where I only see spirit, man. I know I'm safe, I know they're honest, I know they're loyal. You know what I seen when I got back from Bali? I was talking to Spirit and they showed me a snapshot into the celestial realm. And I've walked through this door and there's a whole table of people sitting down. And they all stand up as soon as I walk in the room and they just start clapping at me. And it's ancestors, you know. But they're ancestors in human bodies. But they're around the table in the celestial world, introducing themselves to me because they're coming down on this physical world to walk as human beings, to hold me by my hand and support me through this next journey. I literally cried my eyes out, you know, because these are people that I can trust. These are people that are going to be familiar. These are people that I'm going to know without knowing. And I got to the table and I was like, I just started clapping them because honestly, I couldn't have made it out alive without them, I swear down. You see me get lick over the head or whatever the other day. Like, these are some serious motherfuckers. But it is one of them ones, man. Never would have made it. Never would have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see he was there for me. Never, 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 never would have made it. Never would have made it without you. I swear down. I struggled when I came out the mental health hospital. I really struggled. Because all I kept thinking is, I want to be with the ancestors. I want to be with the ancestors. I want to be with the ancestors. And it weren't no demonic spirit coming in and telling me to kill myself, because there weren't no killing myself. I just wanted to ascend out my body and be with the ancestors. And I brought the kids into my room and I said, listen kids, man, I swear that I'm struggling. I'm struggling to like do the day to day. You know, even just going to the fucking toilet just felt like an absolute fucking waste of time, waste of life, when I could just be doing something different in the celestial world. But it was like, it's not about that. We got a mission. We got a mission. We got a mission. If you don't know the ancestors, honestly, please go within and try and get to know the ancestors, because I'm telling you, to know them is to really be blessed. To really know the Almighty is to really be blessed. And I was saying to you before that when I came out, I met a girl in there that was working there. She invited me to church. And lo and behold, when I got to the church, she's saying fucking one dirty girl that was in there. So I was going to bang her. I was going to bang this girl. Do you get what I'm saying? I was going to bang this girl. Because I can see that she's talking to people. She's got one of them head things on, but she's giving them reports on me. Because I'm telepathic, innit? The TV's changing every minute and the TV's talking and I can control the TV. She's watching certain things, okay? Because remember, it's telepathic communication, innit? But it's also within the technology. I don't quite know how it works. I just know that it does work, yeah? Fun and joke aside. And she's monitoring me. So I've gone over and dragged the headset off her head, obviously. Do you understand me? What the fuck are you reporting on me for? So all the staff have got involved and come between us. That's why I said I was going to bust her ass, because I couldn't bust her ass because the fucking staff was there. But if I was going to bust her ass and I was going to bust her ass, I'd more likely get away with it, because at the end of the day, I am in a madhouse, innit? Anything goes. But I was just so annoyed that this fucking girl was watching me, so I just kept pushing it out there. Like, every time she was around, I just kept sticking it on her until, like, you know, most of the staff was chilling in my room by this point. So anyway, now, this girl, when I went to the church, when I came out of the madhouse, the same girl, that, because she had the best fucking room in the place. Imagine she's not mad no more, so she can get to go. They've took me out of my room downstairs because I've been by reception from 19 how long, and I put me upstairs. And when I've looked in her room, I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I looked in her room. I think I was telling Michael. I think I was telling Martin that this malarkey, like I have to come out of my room to go to the bathroom and then walk with my towel back to my room. What the fuck is that? And I've got size because Martin said, but what about the big room, Stacey? It's gone now. It's got ensuite and everything in there. Well, why did that bitch have the ensuite in the first place? Make it make sense. Why did she have the ensuite in the first place? Anyway, they mopped it out and cleaned it up, and I had the ensuite. So I had a lovely room in the madhouse. It was better than my room that I just stayed in Africa. And sister set me up nice, blood. B&B. It's hilarious, man. Yeah, I had my own room, own ensuite, all my things. They used to come in there, the staff, be using my perfume. I swear to God, I ordered my things off Amazon. They'd be like, I ordered this little purse. I swear to God. Imagine I'm walking around the madhouse, yeah. In 5-inch stilettos, you know, sexy like fuck. But I ordered this little purse for my phone to go in. You know, one of these. You can like put your little money in there. Then you can open it and have your wallets. I've emptied it now. But you can put your mobile phone in it too. So you got your whole mobile phone set up, man. Don't play. They all ordered one. I'm like, are these guys for real? I know I'm in the madhouse. You know, it is what it is. Acting. And when I say acting, it's all a stimulation. It's all a fucking act. Everything you do. You're on the Truman Show and the ancestors are watching. Do you know what I mean? So behave like every street is a catwalk, and behave like everybody is watching you, because they literally are watching you. I go in the bathroom and I'm constantly looking around. You know what I mean? Because I know they're staring at me. But because it's been so long now, I just do what I'm doing in the bathroom. I do what I'm doing everywhere. They know me now. Even yesterday there was a reading, and the reading was on about like a video that I'm sure I did, and the reading was on about like the ancestors are like watching you, and like they see what you're doing, and it's good TV. Do you know what I mean? It was like, all of your bonnet, the love. And I was like, nah, stop it. I said, so what, I'm not going to be in my bedroom picking up my pussy no more. And you gotta say, but there's no point hiding, because they might see everything, so you might as well just be who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? You might as well just be who the fuck you are. And if you're a demon, say you're a blood clot demon, so you can start to mend it, you know. But before I get excited, because I do want to shut the video down before 3. But yeah, just to say, for saying's sake, the ancestors are wonderful. These motherfuckers kept telling me one more time, but Spirit said one more time, the ancestors said one more time. They want to go around one more time. They want to live this lifestyle one more time. They want to do me over one more time. They want to not learn the lesson one more time. But it's never one more time with them. That's the thing. It's never one more time with them. Never one more time with them. And I'm talking about generational lifetime curses, because that's the timeline that I'm on. I'm on the timeline that the ancestors have just broken it down now and said this is what it is. You know what I mean? It's been going on for a long time. In fact, some of us are going to be really, really horrified to know just how long it has been going on for. Because I was mortified, cried my eyes out, and I said, this time they will not win. This time we will be victorious. And I told them that in 2022 when they gave me the downloads, there was like literally in my room, you know what I mean, the ancestors descended down. I was talking. It was just so crazy. It really was. It was like, it was a mad thing. It really was a mad thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I thought I was mad then, not now. You know what I mean? I know I'm not mad now. But if you told me I was mad then, I would have been like, fuck me, lock me up, blood. And the kids were like, no, you're definitely not mad. It's like, no, yeah, you sure? Because I swear that I'm off my head. But again, it's just continued to grow and develop and whatever else. But I just, it's not about taking your own life. It's not about being defeated. It's not about letting these monkeys win. Because that's what they are, monkeys. Monkey see, monkey do. They don't know no better. Have you noticed the narcissists? They just do the same thing over and over again. The politicians just do the same thing over again. They're on repeat, blood. They're literally on repeat. So if you do something a different way, they don't catch the pepper. They don't know which way you go, because they're expecting you to go up and down, up and down, up and down. But I don't know. take an acute triangle or an abuse triangle and just try a different angle and see if it don't confuse them. It confuses the fuck out of them. They're not that smart. They're definitely not that smart. So we just have to continue to wrap them up and form new ways. And as we form new ways, they can't copy. This type of recording that I'm doing, it's a new type of recording. You know what I'm saying? We're using live witnesses. You know, these are witnesses. We're using testimonies from other people with different mental health professionals. We're using spirit. You're catching ancestor messages straight up. It's a different mix. They weren't ready for it. And that's the thing, you gotta catch them on their toes because we've got big moves to make. And I'm telling you now, we will be talking telepathically, which is good because I'll just be sitting here going like this. And then fuckers would be like, what the fuck they're talking about? But were no. Yeah, were no. And then also, there'd be things like number codes and stuff like that. And all different kind of symbols and stuff. And I'll just push them out. Next thing you know, we're talking a completely different language. We've got a completely different alphabet. We've got a completely different system. And they're just locked up. We don't have to do anything with them. There's no war. There's nothing. It's just a smooth transition into a different way of doing things. And who wants to do it this way? Do it this way. And who doesn't want to do it this way? Do it the old way. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Yeah. But the people that want to do it a new way will get a chance to do it a new way without having to be fearful of being threatened and gaslighted and breadcrumbed and manipulated and harmed and hurt and betrayed by these guys. You know what I mean? And that's why they can't come with us. One, they're not energetic matches for it, and two, they couldn't survive anyway. There's no bad apples in Utopia. There's no bad apples. So I think we're shut before the free. Got a big busy day tomorrow. I'm thinking of going to yoga in the morning, but I'm so worried because what I don't want to do is bust up my body, and then I'm going to be in heels all night tomorrow, and then we not be able to kind of like dance at the end. I mean, imagine if I can't dance, cause, well, I'll just kick off my shoes anyway, to be fair, in all truth. I just kick off my shoes and relax your feet, party on down to the Escape feet, just kicking. Thank you for kicking it with me. That's what I should say, innit? Ooh. Thank you for kicking it with me. I really appreciate it, even though there's nobody here but my bumble clout self. But I might as well tell you that I went to Mac today and I bought 3 nice lip gloss because I love this purple lip gloss that you always see me put it on. And it's so, oh my god, it's so good. So I bought these 2 lipsticks, these 3, and I got them in a discount sale. Look at that. £15 off blood. Well, it said it was 68 to be fair, but I don't know about that. But I've got 3 new lip glosses, and I've got my other lip gloss here. Yeah, the matte lip gloss. And I don't even wear these things usually. I'm saying I just put little oil on my lip, but Spirit was like, no, go and get yourself a nice lip gloss when I was going to Bali. Because my lips get dry a lot because I talk a lot, and I was like, no, go and get a decent lip gloss. So I did. And while I was at it, I bought a really nice eyeliner. So, tomorrow, I'm going to do my thing, and I come across this little bracelet too. with roses on there. Some bits and bobs. So yeah, here we are. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3. Yay! Catch you later on the next one. Bye. Mwah.